or Emirates NBA Cup. The Oklahoma City Thunder got 32 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And thanks to a 70-point performance in the second half, the Thunder pulled away from the Rockets, and they win 111-96. And OKC is on to tonight's final against the Milwaukee Bucks. Bucks getting a victory over the Hawks on Saturday, 110-102. Giannis, 32 points, 14 rebounds, and 9 assists. Damian Lillard added 25. And after a brutal 2-8 start, the Bucks have won 12 of their last 15 games. As you welcome you inside our studio, our Grainger studio at NBA Countdown on ESPN Radio, the ESPN app. I'm Kevin Winter. Grainger, with supplies and solutions for every industry. Grainger has the right product for you. Call clickgrainger.com or just stop by. Bucks and the Thunder coming up from Las Vegas just after the bottom of the hour. Mentioned off the top, the Milwaukee Bucks' brutal start to the year. Well, they've pretty much righted the ship as of late. At least, it's what it seems like. Yesterday, their head coach, Doc Rivers, spoke with George Sedano and PJ Carlesimo.
Doc, you guys get here, obviously the 2-8 start, this team didn't get here last year. Just what this group has been able to accomplish after the challenging start to the season.
Oh, it's been great. You know, it's funny. There was a lot of chatter outside of Milwaukee. There was no chatter inside of Milwaukee or inside of our locker room. We just believe we're a good team. And we had to own that we didn't get off to the start we wanted to. And I was tired of hearing the excuses, tough schedule. We had that. We had injuries. We had guys out. We also were missing wide open shots and not playing defense. And until we did that, you were not going to win games. And then when we started doing that, games became easier for us.
Doc, you spent enough time the other side of the microphone to know the meaningless stats, but still it struck me the other day. You guys were 0-8 when you trailing after 2. It's the first time you came from behind. It was 1 point, but still your fourth quarter was excellent. It jumped out at me. It was a veteran, experienced team that knew what to do, and it was a young team really other than Trey. And I there's similarities going into this one, but OKC's a year or two ahead. It's another young team with not the experience you have, but kind of a different animal.
Yeah, like I jokingly said when we made it, I said, we're going to come in our wheelchairs, walking on our canes, and all these young guns, Houston, Atlanta, OKC, are going to come in running, flying around, and somehow we're going to have to slow them down, and get our hands on them. That's how the fourth quarter went the other night. It was almost like we finally got our hands on them and we're able to be physical. And we made extra passes. We executed. And that does come from experience, but it also comes from trust. Now, when you watch Oklahoma, they already play that way. That's what's so impressive about them. It's rare when you see a young team that understands who their go-to guys are. Usually young teams are still fighting because they want to be. There's no doubt that Shai's the guy. There's no doubt as Williams is the second guy. And I think they had a phenomenal summer. Caruso is a guy that every coach wants on his team. Hartenstein, the same way. So they have two guys that have really fit perfect into what they're trying to do.
That is Doc Rivers, the Bucks head coach, yesterday with George Sedano and PJ Carlesimo. Bucks and the Thunder coming up with a preview. We go to Las Vegas and rejoin George and PJ.
Thank you, Kevin. And Doc Rivers has been telling us and everyone that'll listen, PJ, that they're going to bring out their canes to play in this one because they're the old guys taking on the young guys. What do you make of this particular matchup, considering we've got an older, experienced squad, some who won a championship, and then on the other side, a mostly young, up-and-coming Thunder squad?
Well, George, first of all, I'm as old. I'm actually a lot older than Doc, and I haven't listened to him in a real long time. So I put zero stock in anything Doc Rivers says. But, no, there's a lot of truth to that, and you saw that in the fourth quarter against Atlanta. Now, Atlanta is a much younger team and not as far along in their development as OKC, but that's clearly what it's going to be. We have a veteran team, even without Chris Middleton, supposedly, playing a pretty young team, but a relatively experienced team for how young they are, and a team that's very much further along in their development than the Atlanta Hawks. I think it's going to be interesting. I think it's going to come down to turnovers. If Milwaukee takes good care of the ball, which they normally do not, unfortunately, and they're playing a team that's the best in the league at forcing turnovers and scoring off those turnovers when they do. But two of those guys with canes are two of the best players in the history of the game. If those two play like NBA, all NBA players, and I'm talking about Giannis Antetokounmpo and Damian Lillard, then we're going to have a very, very good game.
Well, and you mentioned Chris Middleton, who is out in this game. He's only played 4 games this season, out due to illness, so it's not an injury-related thing, so that's positive.
They'll miss him, but he's not far along, Georgie. We watched the game on Saturday. It's not Chris Middleton yet. Will they miss him? Sure, they'll miss him, but it's not like they're missing prime Chris Middleton. That'll be a month or so from now.
And when the Bucks have had Giannis and Dame and no Middleton, they're still 24-15 in those games without him. But let's talk about the duos. You mentioned the duo of Milwaukee, but we've got another duo here. No Chet Holmgren, who's obviously still dealing with his hip injury, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an MVP candidate, and Jaylen Williams may be a rising star in front of our eyes.
Well, he better be an all-star. If there's any justice whatsoever in the world, he's an all-star this year. They're ranked first and third in points. I should know who's in between them. I don't. Whoever it is, it's academic. These are two of the very best duos in the entire league. And the thing that's interesting about the OKC duo in particular, they play both ends of the floor very, very well. They're all over the stat sheets. Assists, deflections, steals. They do so many things. I'm really looking forward. It's a team game, there's no question. But Bucks do not win unless, in my opinion, Dame and Giannis really have big games. And there's no way OKC is going to win unless their duo steps up.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt about that. So, Peach, we've got a good game here for everyone today. The Bucks, who are 14-11, a 2-8 start to the season, have gone 12-3 since. They're 4-0 in Cup play, and the OKC Thunder, who are the 1 seed in the Western Conference, 20-5 overall, 3-1 in Cup play.
9 of their last 10. These two teams are on fire. It's going to be a really good game.
No doubt about it. So we'll have it for you here. We'll send it back to Kevin in Bristol.
All right, George Sedano, PJ Carlissimo have our call, the Emirates NBA Cup Championship game, which is brought to you by Dr. Pepper here on ESPN Radio. Don't forget to tune into today's trivia question, airing later on in the broadcast, brought to you by Dr. Pepper. The Thunder, 5.5-point favorites at ESPN Bet. Your total is sitting at 215.5. Let's take a trip around the NBA. And to do so, welcome in ESPN NBA senior writer and insider, Shams Charania, joining us here on NBA Countdown. Sham, the news of the day is that the NBA has a new format for the All-Star game. What is it, and how did this come about?
It's a 4-team tournament, a first of its kind. It's going to be 3 All-Star teams, 8 players each, and then the winner of the Rising Stars game, which is played on Friday night, made up of mostly sophomores and rookies of the NBA. And it's something that the league and the players, the general managers across the NBA, they all have been discussing this for the last several months. Really, when you go back to July is when I heard there were some really extensive meetings going on, figuring out how to bring competitiveness back to the All-Star game. And obviously last year was a disappointment for everyone. Adam Silver publicly and privately felt like the game had taken a major, major step back. So they feel like this could be something that brings the competitiveness back, kind of having a round-robin, quick burst tournament style action. And they did raise the prize money as well this year. So we'll see. It's going to be dependent on how the players respond and react to their competitiveness. It's
a little similar to what the NHL does. They do the quick burst style with their 4-division format. So we're going to have it here in the NBA. Now we had some intrigue to the Rising Stars game, with the winner of that being advanced on to the NBA All-Star game on Sunday. Shams Charania joining us here on NBA Countdown as we get set for the Emirates NBA Cup. Shams, on Saturday, you had the news that Dennis Schroeder was going to get traded to the Golden State Warriors. Why did Golden State pursue Schroeder? And is the trade season getting off to an early start here?
This just goes to show how much of a priority Dennis Schroeder was for the Warriors. On the first day he was even eligible to make this trade, Mike Dunleavy Jr., the Warriors general manager, he goes out and trades for Dennis Schroeder. And to get Dennis Schroeder, who's in the midst of one of his best seasons in the NBA, he immediately becomes the second leading scorer on the Warriors. Yeah, I think it's a sign that they knew they needed a playmaker. They needed a scorer immediately to put next to Stephen Curry. He had the brunt of the responsibility there, and they felt like they needed to make a move like this. And they're still going to keep their options open to potentially go bring another star player next to Stephen Curry and Draymond Green. But right now, they really want to see how this team meshes Stephen Curry. I'm told the plan is for him to start alongside Stephen Curry, be the starting point guard, alleviating the ball handling duties, the scoring, and playmaking as well from Steph Curry.
All right, so the Golden State Warriors get Schroeder. You also had the news this past week about Jimmy Butler, and his time in Miami may be up. What's the latest, and what is the likelihood that Butler gets moved?
That's fluid between now and the trade deadline. My reporting is that the Heat are open to listening to trade offers for Jimmy Butler, and a lot of that has to do with his contract. He's $49 million this season. He's got a $52 million player option for next season. What happens with that player option? There's leverage on both sides. From Jimmy Butler's perspective, if he opts out, he becomes a free agent. The Heat risk losing him for nothing. Well, the Heat also feel like at $52 million, what more else is there out there for him? That's why they're not operating with much urgency from what I'm told right now in this marketplace that, like you said, kind of opened up on Sunday when most free agents were eligible to be traded from the offseason. But I am told that the Warriors and the Suns are atop his list of preferred win-now destinations as he's about to turn 36 next year. Top his list of preferred win-now destinations if the Heat were ready to move on from him in a trade. The Rockets and Mavericks are the other two teams on that list.
All right, so you got the Western Conference teams loading up. Golden, you imagine it with Golden State or Phoenix. What just an ungodly roster that would be. Shams Charania joining us here on NBA Countdown. We get set for the Emirates NBA Cup championship game between the Bucks and the Thunder. Shams, also on Friday night, we found out that Joel Embiid has another injury. He is sidelined again. What is the very latest on Embiid's sinus fracture?
They're going to reevaluate him next week, and he has been already officially eliminated from voting for the major NBA awards this year. When you think about MVP, All-NBA, obviously now he's put himself way behind the eight ball to make an all-star team this year. So he just continues the string of unfortunate occurrences so far in this year for the Sixers. You think about his start to the year. You think about Paul George getting hurt multiple times with a bone bruise in his knee on a hyperextension. Now Jared McCain is out for an indefinite period of time with a torn meniscus. The Sixers' big win last night, but obviously they are reeling. This team is not going to be a contender without having Joel Embiid in the lineup for the majority of this season, which he has not been so far.
ESPN NBA insider Shams Charania joining us here at NBA Countdown. Shams, great stuff, man. Enjoy the game tonight. He's in Las Vegas for the Thunder and the Milwaukee Bucks. Up next at NBA Countdown. So what's it like having three coaches in less than 2 years for a team like Milwaukee? We'll find out coming up next. You're listening to the Emirates NBA Cup Finals on ESPN Radio.
Whether you're a 9-to-5 commuter in the carpool lane, a sports car enthusiast, or a loving dad who has to drive a minivan full of pop-shrieking tweens to a concert, you want quality tires that perform in any situation. You want your car to wear Coopers, because there are plenty of twists, turns, terrains, and tweens who may or may not know what an indoor voice is. That's why Cooper tires are what millions of Americans depend on. Great quality, great reliability, great performance. That's why my car wears Coopers. Cooper tires, trusted since 1914.
Hey, just the socks. Thanks.
Great. Name, birthday, email address, shipping address, billing address. How many fire hydrants do you see? How'd you hear about us? Can we text you?
Forget it.
If your online store doesn't use Shopify for checkout, your customers will just, check out. Shopify has the world's best converting checkout, up to 36% better than other leading e-commerce platforms. That means fewer abandoned carts and more for your business. So switch to Shopify at shopify.com/play and get a $1 trial. Shopify.com/play.
Attention football fans, the season's heating up, and that means it's time for jaw-dropping plays, spectacular touchdowns, and memories that'll last a lifetime. So if you're looking to grab the best seats for all the excitement, Vivid Seats is your go-to playmaker. With an incredible selection of tickets and a game-changing rewards program, Vivid Seats is your ticket to every thrilling moment. Don't miss out. Experience it live with Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
What's up, y'all? It's Joe Budden, here to talk about Prize Picks. Football season is heating up, and Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action while watching football. With over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings, Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. The app is really simple to use. Pick 2 or more players across any sport, pick more or less on their projection, and you could win real cash on your lineup. Prize Picks even invented the flex play, so you can still cash out if one of your picks doesn't hit. On Prize Picks, you can mix and match players from different sports. Real money sports action while watching football.
Download the Prize Picks daily fantasy app today and use code OT and get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code OT on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks. Run your game. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
This holiday season, make Champ Sports your go-to destination for head-to-toe sports style. Whether you're shopping for family, friends, or yourself, we've got the perfect gifts to fit everyone's style. From trendy sneakers to cozy fleece, our collection is inspired by sport and designed for everyday life. And don't miss our exciting Sport for Life campaign, out now. Make this holiday unforgettable with gifts for the entire family. Shop your local Champ Sports store or champsports.com. Champ Sports, sport for life.
Every fan knows the right player in the right position can be a game changer. Put LifeLock between your identity and identity thieves to monitor and alert you to threats you could miss. Plus, with a U.S.-based restoration specialist on your team, you won't have to face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or other losses from identity theft alone. All backed by the LifeLock $1 Million Protection Package. Change the game on identity theft. Save up to 40% your first year at LifeLock.com/sports.
This is an ad by BetterHelp. What's your perfect night? Is it curling up on the couch for a cozy, peaceful night in? Therapy can feel a bit like that. Your comfort place where you replenish your energy. With BetterHelp, get matched with a therapist based on your needs, entirely online. It's convenient and suited to your schedule. Find comfort this season with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/teamwork to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/teamwork.
You're listening to the Emirates NBA Cup on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Kevin, what you went to was the championship game, Bucks and the Thunder from Milwaukee. They made it to the championship game this year, bounced to the semis last year. Brook Lopez, their center, spoke with George Sedano and PJ Carlissimo yesterday.
Brooke, let's talk about you guys being here. Last year, obviously, you fall one step shy of getting here. Just being here at the NBA Cup after what you endured last year and what you guys have already endured this season. What made this run here so different?
Looking back on it, obviously, in the moment it was frustrating, it was tough, but the start to the season we had, starting 2-8 or whatever, was great for us in the rear view. It showed us what we had to be better at. It made us be honest with ourselves, with each other, really look in the mirror. And it's ever since then, we've been building each and every game, getting better each and every game.
Third coach in 3 years, though. It's really strange. I mean, you had Bud, then you had Adrian Griffin for a short time, and now Doc. How's that been for your team? A veteran team, but 3 different coaches in 3 years.
Yeah, it's been quite a process. Obviously we've had to bring Dame into the fold as well. Other new players are very important. Torian Prince, Gary Trent, guys like that. But it's been a very interesting process. I'd say having the vets we have has been a great benefit for us. Because we've been able to lean on our experience, but at the same time, our young guys have really stepped up for us and brought a lot of energy. Andre Jackson, AJ Green. I keep going down the list, but the energy they bring to the game, the enthusiasm, and you can tell I've seen them work, every single day in the gym for the past 2-3 years on stuff in our system, in our program, what's in our culture. They're real Milwaukee Bucks players. They get what we're all about. And now that they've gotten a chance to prove it on the court, they've just been so incredible for us.
You mentioned Damian Lillard, obviously. Second year, still early, but second year playing with him. How much better is it this year than last year in terms of Dame being integrated into everything you guys are doing?
Yeah, obviously one of the league's all-time great scorers. And being in Portland, he had to have the ball in his hands a ton. That's what he was asked to do. He's great at it. He's phenomenal. He's one of the best at it. Creating offenses, in the NBA, there's no one else like him. But coming over to Milwaukee, the bottom line with him is he's a winner. He wants to win, and the one thing he hasn't done is win an NBA championship. We want to get another one, obviously. So he's all about that winning. He's super unselfish. And he's going to do whatever he has to win a championship. We're all going to do that. And so, it's been great to see him and Giannis, figure it out together, feeling each other out, learning what the other's going to do when the other has the ball in their hands and playing off one another, and it's great because there's no issue here where there's not enough basketballs to go around. It's the complete opposite. It's figuring out who we're going to get the ball in the hands of and then playing off them. We obviously know the talent's there, the unselfishness is there, the togetherness is there, and we just got to go out there and do it now.
Brook Lopez yesterday with George Sedano and PJ Colissimo. Bucks and the Thunder coming up. Welcome in Bob Myers, ESPN NBA analyst. And Bob, the Bucks are kind of using a page out of the Lakers playbook from a year ago, using the NBA Cup run to kind of turn their season around. But what tangibly on the court has changed for Milwaukee since the 2-8 start?
I just think, honestly, I don't know if they were pressing for the first however many 10 games. I guess they're 12-3 in the last 15. But for whatever reason, maybe reaching bottom was necessary for this group, and they found a way to work better together. I think Giannis and Dame always presumed to be a good fit, but we never saw it really last year. It seemed really like a square peg, round hole, and now it's working well, and they're playing off each other better. So I think that pick and roll has always been effective. It's very effective now. The role players are playing a little bit better. So it's stabilizing, we should say, and this will be a good test for them. It really will be, and it's a good matchup. And I like how you said that they're playing off of each other right now, Dame and Giannis. Are the Bucks still a contender in the East? Of course. Yeah, I mean, you got two of the top – well, you got one top 5 in the league player, at least, in Giannis. So you always have a shot with a guy like that. You never count out a guy that's as dominant as he has been over the last however many years of his career and continuing into this year on both sides of the ball. So he gives you a shot, and then Lillard is, he's playing better. Dame, I think, took a minute to adjust to the whole thing. But when you have two guys that good, and then you build what you can around them, you always have a chance. I always think in the playoffs it comes down to your best players, and they've got two of the best in the league, and so I definitely wouldn't count them out. Milwaukee 14-11. They are currently 5th in the NBA's Eastern Conference. Bucks and the Thunder coming up in the Emirates NBA Cup Championship here in 2024. Bob, for Oklahoma City, they're 20-5 in the season, basically picking up where they left off a year ago. What makes them so good? I think their defense, their switchability. They have guys that are long, that are committed defensively. They're number 1 in the league by 2 points in defensive rating. They're 103. That's impressive. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, top 5 in MVP voting the last couple of years. He's the head of the snake and a very, very good one at that on both sides of the ball. Tremendously talented. Sam Presti did an awesome job with Hartenstein as well as Caruso. Those are guys that every team, every GM, every coach wants on their team. They're very additive. They help you win. They plug in all the gaps. You surround those two guys with stars, and it just amplifies everything. You got Shai, Jaylen Williams is on the way to being a star. They don't even have Chet for the last so many games, who's, again, one of the best young stars in the league. They're just well-designed, well-orchestrated. Mark Dagnall's done an awesome job bringing it all together, so not a lot of flaws beyond the fact they just haven't done it yet. But they are on their way for sure. My conversation with Bob Myers. We'll have more with Bob coming up. You mentioned Jaylen Williams, Bucks and the Thunder coming up here in the Emirates NBA Cup Championship game. Jaylen Williams for the Thunder. Yesterday he sat down and spoke with George Sedano and PJ Colissimo.
Everybody always talks about you guys being a young team, which you certainly are, but at the same time, you have a lot of experience. You've had a lot of the group together for at least a couple of years right now. Talk to me a little bit about, even though we're only, 20-some games in, 2 of your additions, Isaiah Hartenstein and Alex Caruso. What do they bring to the team so far? And I'm sure there's still a lot more to do when you get your whole team right. But what have you seen from them already?
I think it's hard to bring in people and then have the defensive cohesion that we've had. And they've done just that. They kind of understand their role already, and they've been able to really excel in that. And a byproduct of that has been our offense has been great. Rebounding has helped with, Zay being here. And obviously AC brings a ton of defensive mindset and just X and O's, and he knows what he's doing. And they both have bought into what we're trying to accomplish. So it's usually one of those things that's kind of a little unheard of for how fast it happened. But, they both kind of come in and given us a spark defensively, and they both helped our offense kind of jumpstart too.
J-Dub, and you and I talked about this a little bit during the playoffs last year when I did one of your games, but just kind of piggybacking off what you're talking about them fitting in, and you guys, young teams generally don't have a culture, right, and have a pecking order, and you guys do. You establish that very early on with Shai and yourself, et cetera, and Chet. How much can you say about just the maturity level of the group overall?
I think everybody wants to win so bad that we've put a lot of stuff aside, and we haven't really had any issues. I think it helps that the whole team likes being around each other, and we all get along, so I think it makes it easy for us to be able to kind of establish that. And it's like one of those things that like we never even really talked about, but it's just kind of how it was, and like we'd found success in it, so we've tried to like maintain that. And also I think we just do a good job of understanding where everybody's coming from on the team, and we're very open with each other, and I think that's why we're able to win basketball games.
Jaylen Williams of the Oklahoma City Thunder, one of the two-headed monster for the Thunder and Bucks coming up. Emirates NBA Cup championship game back to Las Vegas and rejoining Bob Myers. Bob, let's go around the NBA. Lakers won this thing a year ago. Has Father Time caught up with LeBron?
I want to answer yes, but at the same time, be very careful because he's 40 years old.
Yes.
I thought it would have caught up 4 years ago. So if it has, wow, that's to make it to 40 in the NBA is extremely rare, if ever. I mean, you look at the statistics, and there's no one that's done what he's doing at all. I just think they're realizing that they just have to pick their spots more for the first time, or maybe he's realizing that. I don't say that critically, but you just can't expect him to shoulder the load that he has over the last couple of years with the size and skill that he still maintains. But the stamina, right? How do you maintain the stamina in a league that has never played faster, that has never shot more threes? And the difference between that and whether it's 1990s, 1980s, early 2000s basketball is extreme. And so what we ask players to do as far as covering the court is a lot, more than we've ever had. And so you ask a 40-year-old to do that, it's going to be unbelievably difficult. But it looks like he took a few days, which, again, fine. And hopefully he comes back strong.
Lakers right now 10th in the NBA's Western Conference, Bob. The Denver Nuggets are 5th, but what's your concern level for Denver right now?
Well, you win the title, you lose Bruce Brown, you lose Jeff Green, then you lose KCP last year. You just can't keep picking this team apart and taking productive guys from Michael Malone. I understand why. I mean, they still have in their minds, their counter would be, we've got 3 max players in Porter Jr., Murray, and Jokic, and we can't keep paying for depth. That's how the NBA goes, especially with the second apron, first apron. So what's going on with them? They've lost depth. You win, people start taking guys from your team. They see the value of them. They can pay them more. You ask more of Jokic. He seems to be delivering. The real key guy to me is Murray. When they won the title, he was an A-plus version of himself, whether through injury or whatever's happened. He needs to get back to that level. I think he's capable, but he's got to get back to that level. And defensively, they're asking a lot of young players. It's been tough. In the West, there's no free nights. No. And as great as Jokic has been, he can't do it by himself. And so I think that's what they're sort of dealing with.
Bob, when we look at the Eastern Conference for the Philadelphia 76ers, this season has been an abject disaster, and it's not getting any better. For Joel Embiid, can you still build a team around him, a championship caliber team around him?
As long as he's healthy, yeah, you can. I mean, I stated on the record last year, prior to him getting injured, I thought he was the MVP. I mean, if you look back at the first few months of the season, he was the best player. He was dominant. He was averaging the most points per touch, points per minute, just eye-popping stats. And that's what he does. Now, can he get back to that place? I believe he can, but it's going to require health, right? And he hasn't had the chance coming off the Olympics, I think, to get up to speed. And then you get the injury, the facial injury, and that sets you back. And now you're integrating Paul George. So the tough part about that situation is they've taken a lot of body blows early. I say that like, metaphorically and in reality they have. I mean, they've just taken a lot of hits early. Maxey goes down, Paul George in training camp, then he comes back, and Maxey goes out, and Embiid comes back. Now he's out. McCain was playing well. Now he's out. You only absorb so many of those. I still think because they're in the East, they have a great chance to kind of get back to where they'd like to be. And I think if you're just looking at them, you've got to see a stretch of games with Embiid healthy, with George playing and Maxey. When you have that triumvirate, still have a very good shot. but you like to see it, right? You just want to see that come to fruition at some point before you really evaluate things.
Bob Myers, former general manager of the Golden State Warriors, now an ESPN NBA analyst in Las Vegas for the Bucks and the Thunder. Coming up next, an NBA countdown. We go to Vegas, we tip it off. We'll crown a champion. This is the Emirates NBA Cup on ESPN Radio, the ESPN app.
Hi, I'm Jason Alexander, or as you probably know me, Royal Flusher 25 from WSOP free-to-play app. WSOP players, I have some free chips just for you. Go hit the tables like the legends you are. Download the WSOP free-to-play app where you can win rings and bracelets and tournaments and show them off to everyone at the table.
If you love poker, play poker with 1 million extra chips using this promo code, WSOPFREE1M.
Harry Douglas here. Say goodbye to bulky, clunky shavers that clutter your bathroom. Not only do you get an incredible shave, Panasonic's Palm Razor has a sleek, elegant design that adds a touch of sophistication to your bathroom. It also conveniently charges with a USB cord. Visit shop.panasonic.com/sports to shop for the Palm Razor. Use promo code Harry for 10% off exclusively for ESPN Radio listeners. That's shop.panasonic.com/sports, promo code Harry.
Football fans, picture this. You bet on your favorite player to score the first touchdown. He throws a block and his teammate scores instead. With BetMGM's second chance promotion, you'll get your stake back if your first TD scorer scores second. Bet on any pro football player to score the first touchdown of the game. If you're right, you win. If your player scores second, you get your stake back in cash. With BetMGM's second chance promotion, you have a chance to keep the fun going after the first player crosses the goal line. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to gamble responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. This U.S. promotional offer not available in Mississippi, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. For New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For Arizona, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. For Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, 1-800-BETS-OFF. For Puerto Rico, 1-800-981-0023. Subject to eligibility requirements in partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. With the price of just about everything going up during inflation, we thought we'd bring our prices down. So to help us, we brought in a reverse auctioneer, which is apparently a thing.
Mint Mobile Unlimited Premium Wireless. How did you get 30, 30, bit to get 30, bit to get 20, 20, 20, bit to get 20, 20, bit to get 15, 15, 15, 15, just $15 a month? Sold! Give it a try at mintmobile.com/save.
$45 upfront payment equivalent to $15 per month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Taxes and fees extra. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes. See detail.
Whether you're a 9-to-5 commuter in the carpool lane, a sports car enthusiast, or a loving dad who has to drive a minivan full of pop-shrieking tweens to a concert, you want quality tires that perform in any situation. You want your car to wear Coopers. Because there are plenty of twists, turns, terrains, and tweens who may or may not know what an indoor voice is. That's why Cooper tires are what millions of Americans depend on. Great quality, great reliability, great performance. That's why my car wears Coopers. Cooper tires, trusted since 1914.
Shopify helps you sell at every stage of your business. Like that, let's put it online and see what happens stage.
And the site is live.
That we opened a store and need a fast checkout stage. Thanks. You're all set. That count it up and ship it around the globe stage.
This one's going to Thailand.
And that, wait, did we just hit 1 million orders stage? Whatever your stage, businesses that grow with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 a month trial at shopify.com/play.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football. It's a pepper thing.
We're brought to you by Allstate. Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like how you check that you've got your tickets first before heading to the game. Or like how you check you've downloaded the latest episodes of your favorite podcasts before hitting the road. Checking first is smart, and it's easy. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. Because with Allstate, you get reliable coverage and great protection. And while both can save a football game, they can also save your wallet. Visit Allstate.com or call a local agent today to see how much you can save. You're in good hands with Allstate. Potential savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
This is the Emirates NBA Cup on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
I'm Kevin Richter. That'll do it for us at NBA Countdown. Bucks and Thunder. You want to talk about a star-studded affair? Giannis, Dame, and even SGA. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's head coach, Mark Daigneault.
His individual greatness has never gotten in the way of the ascension of our other players. Our other players are still able to grow. They're still able to develop, despite the fact that he is growing and developing himself. But the guys like Chet, Jaylen Williams, the additions of Hartenstein and Caruso, they're totally in character. Our role players have gotten better over time, despite the fact that he's gotten better over time. And so he has been great and he's improved, but he's also allowed the rest of the team to rise with him, which is why we're having the team success we do. I give him a lot of credit for those two things.
And the Thunder come in with a record of 20-5. Tonight's game is for a championship, but it doesn't count in the overall standings. I know. Funny how that works out. With the call of the Emirates NBA Cup Championship game, Bucks and the Thunder, we go to T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas and join our broadcast team alongside PJ Carlesimo. Here's George Sedano.
Thank you, Kevin. We welcome you all into Las Vegas for the Emirates NBA Cup. PJ Carlesimo, let's talk about the Milwaukee Bucks to start here. They're missing Chris Middleton. He's only played in 4 games due to injury. Dame and Giannis, 24 and 15 in games that Middleton has not played. That is one of the most potent duos in the NBA. What do they need to do to impose their will tonight?
Well, they need to make threes. They got Taurean Prince, who's one of the best, is the best actually in the league right now, and A.J. Green. They got Bobby Portis off the bench, who's been playing really well. He's been like a double-double machine. It's going to be real interesting to watch him and Hartenstein. Hartenstein comes off the bench for OKC, Bobby Portis from Milwaukee, and they both bring double-doubles with them. They have to take care of the ball, George. That's the absolute number one priority for everybody when they play OKC, but particularly Milwaukee, because they got very good at taking care of the ball.
Yeah, and you look at an OKC team, everyone talks about how young they are, PJ, but they're the number one defense in the NBA. They were in a slugfest against Houston to get here, and they were able to pull away in that particular contest. One thing that stood out to me was when we spoke to Doc Rivers about the OKC squad. He talked about how young teams generally don't understand their pecking order. This team certainly understands who eats first, and that's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
There's no question. It starts with Shai, and J-Dub is right behind him, Jaylen Williams. There's no question about that. They're defensive by any metric. This is the best defensive team in the league. And they're playing without Chet Holmgren, who's one of the better young defenders in the entire league. But without, they're number one in steals, field goal percentage D, opponent turnovers. They also score off the turnovers. 3-point defense. They're incredible. They contest. They make it really difficult. They force teams higher than they want to be, wider than they want to be. It's very difficult to initiate your offense against this team. Very good length, exceptional quickness. They're not a very good rebounding team, but still an excellent, excellent defensive team.
But have been better in that category since Isaiah Hartenstein became healthy and available for them. One of the big additions this offseason, they paid him over $60 million. And then, of course, they added Alex Caruso. So this young team now has veteran guys on the roster. One guy who's won a championship with Caruso, and Hartenstein, who has some real playoff experience.
Oh, no. They got better. It's hard to imagine they got better defensively, but they did. Isaiah Hartenstein is an excellent rebounder, really good with rim protection. On the offensive end, his passing is magnificent. But he stands out on this team because he's a way above average rebounder. And frankly, they don't have many way above average rebounders. Even Chet Holmgren, who's an excellent defender, is not really a killer rebounder. So the Hartenstein addition in particular was a mega deal for Sam Presti in the front office.
Yeah, Hartenstein averaging 12.5 points and nearly 12.5 rebounds per game. But to your point, Chet Holmgren, who you mentioned, averaging 16 and 9 before the injury. He's got a hip fracture. He was out originally 8 to 12 weeks, they said. They're expected to reevaluate him at the All-Star break, and he's here to support his team.
Looking across the way, he's got a couple of crutches, so that's never a good sign. But again, he will be back, and you know, when we're talking about this team in the spring, which we certainly will do, I think by then Chet Holmgren will be back in condition.
Yeah, no doubt. Now, let's flip back to Milwaukee for a second. You know, we've talked about kind of their run here, but they started 2-8, PJ. This is a team, even a veteran team, some of them could give up in that scenario and just, you know, sit there and say, let's just wallow in our self-pity. And we've seen teams do that. They did not. They're 12-3 since then, and they're 14-12 and back in the 5th spot in the Eastern Conference. How have they done it?
Well, they've done it, with Giannis and with Dame Lillard, who are both playing extremely well. Best duo in the league so far. Not by a couple of points, by like 6 points. They're averaging over 58 a game between them. You got veteran guys. They did not panic. They got a veteran coach who knew what to do. They played an awful long time without Chris Middleton. They're still essentially playing without him, not just tonight, but he's not back in shape yet. And they had a horrendous schedule early. I think 6 of their first 8 were on the road. So when they finally got home to Fiserv Forum, when they started to get used to playing together, and people forget, again, it's only the second year, Dame Lillard, we're only 20-some games in.
He got there just around training camp
last time. They're just getting used to each other. Yep. They're getting used to Doc. Last year at this time at the Cup, Doc was sitting 3 seats to our left, broadcasting for ABC. So a lot of things are coming together. They're only getting better, but they've got their work cut out for them. I think there's no question in the Western Conference, OKC's been the best team. And I think they and Boston would be a real interesting debate right now, along with the Cleveland Cavaliers.
No doubt about it. Let's get to our starting lineups for OKC. Up front, it'll be Dort, Jaylen Williams, Isaiah Hartenstein. In the backcourt, Isaiah Joe getting the start tonight for Cason Wallace and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in the backcourt. Up front for Milwaukee, Taurean Prince, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Brook Lopez. In the backcourt, it'll be Andre Jackson Jr. and Damian Lillard. Our officials tonight, Josh Tiven, Carl Lane, and Justin Van Dyne. George Sedano, PJ Carlissimo with you here. Mike Martino is our producer. Al Rosenberg, our engineer. And Dave Smith here as well, helping with the engineering process. So Brook Lopez and Isaiah Hartenstein will tip. Josh Tiven ready to throw it up. And that one gets flipped out towards us, recovered by Isaiah Joe, and OKC wins the possession. So Lou Dort with the ball at the top. Now going to the right wing, swings it up top to Joe. To the left side to Hartenstein, a bounce pass. Isaiah Joe, left wing three, no good. Rebound on it to Antetokounmpo. Bringing up the right side. Now getting it to Damian Lillard up top, guarded by Dort. Left-hand dribble to the left wing. Now he drives, bounce pass to Brook Lopez, who wasn't waiting for it. Will shoot it from the free throw extended, and he misses there. Hartenstein with the rebound.
Isaiah Joe getting the start instead of Cason Wallace, who started Saturday against the Rockets.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with the pull-up gets the first bucket of the game as he gets it from about 18 feet. So 2-0 OKC. Dame bringing it up the left sideline here. Dort pressuring him. Now Jaylen Williams
three-quarter court right from the beginning.
Yeah. Well, you got to get the ball out of his hands if you can. Fadeaway jumper, air ball.
Might have got touched. It was definitely contested. May even have been touched by Lugens Dort.
Gilgeous-Alexander with a great pass in the middle to Isaiah Hartenstein, who finishes with the flush. 4-0 OKC. Antetokounmpo driving with his left hand into the paint. Full steam ahead. Layup it in off the glass.
Nobody in the league better at that. He started with the possession in the backcourt at the foul line. He went all the way to the open court.
Jaylen Williams, left-hand dribble into the paint. Backs down Taurean Prince. Spins back. Gives it to Hartenstein at the free throw line. Push shot is up and in. 6-2 OKC. 4 points for Hartenstein.
Isaiah Hartenstein loves that dotted line area just below the free throw line.
Antetokounmpo drives baseline. Loses the ball. Poked away by Hartenstein. Now Dort coming up the near sideline. Finds Jaylen Williams up top. Thought about it for a second. Guarded by Lillard. Gets the screen from Hartenstein. Hartenstein at the free throw line. To the corner to Dort for three. No good. Too strong. Rebound Prince.
I don't know whether they call that a block shot or a turnover, but Milwaukee was lucky. OKC was unable to convert.
Damian Lillard on the right wing. Backing down Isaiah Joe. Double comes. He gets it to Prince. Open for three. Prince knocks it down. Shooting nearly 54% from three. And he gets Milwaukee within one.
Bucks will clearly need their threes tonight.
Jaylen Williams up top, gets the screen from Hartenstein, drives into the paint, throws it up for Hartenstein, but a foul. It'll be an offensive foul on OKC. No, a travel.
You have Justin Van Dyne, maybe another little sidestep in there. I actually thought it started out as a good move. We're watching the replay of the previous play. OKC was late getting out to Taurean Prince. That's a big mistake. Taurean Prince, you mentioned over 50%. You expect everyone he shoots to go in.
He's had an incredible season for them thus far. There's no doubt about that. Antetokounmpo up top, guarded by Williams. Gets the screen, drives left hand, spins, loses it for a moment. Now he's at the elbow, kicks it to Lopez. Left wing three on the way. No good, too strong. Rebound Dort. Dort bringing it up the left sideline. Now to Hartenstein at the top. Hartenstein bounce pass into Shai. Can't handle it, but gets it. Now gets it to Hartenstein at the free throw line. He bounced past Isaiah Joe up top behind his back. He gets the screen for Joe. Now bounce pass to Hartenstein. Push shot is good from the free throw line. 6 points for Hartenstein.
He loves that dotted line. George, twice Giannis has put the ball on the floor and into traffic, and he struggled. That time he did not. He draws the foul. When it's one-on-one, Giannis is able to get to the rim and either get fouled or finish the shot. 2 of the 3 possessions, he went into the paint, and 3 guys kind of swallowed him up. I don't know whether they call it a block shot or a turnover, but twice he's been caught in traffic.
8-5 OKC, 8:45 to go in the first. Antetokounmpo will go to the free throw line. Giannis, a 62% free throw shooter.
Well, it's also the main reason he takes so many that Milwaukee's number 29 out of 30 teams in the league in free throw percentage. OKC number 1.
Yeah.
So big advantage free throw percentage for the Thunder.
Yeah, and Giannis gets the first, so it's 8-6 at the moment. That's a lot of Shai, by the way,
yes,
getting to the free throw line.
Yep.
By the way, Giannis, when he puts that shoulder down, man, I mean, look out.
Oh, open floor, and even in the half court, unless the help is closed, Giannis is going to get to the rim. OKC in their full court, rush the ball up the floor. 2 players in the opposite corners. They're going to shove it off a make or a miss. Here they come.
Giannis misses, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in transition. Nobody home to defend, and an easy dunk for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, that's a mistake. They had the 2 corners covered, but the third guy, Doc Rivers, is really upset. I think it was Andre Jackson should have been back to stop the ball.
Antetokounmpo spins baseline on the other end and throws it down. 10-8. OKC, Jaylen Williams goes up and sneaks it in on a left-hand drive over Brook Lopez. 12-8 OKC.
Yeah, he just overpowered his defender, Damian Lillard, and Brook was a step late getting there.
Pass to Taurean Prince on the right wing. Behind the back to Brook Lopez on the right wing. Now to Antetokounmpo in the mid-post. Fadeaway jumper for Antetokounmpo, no good. It's short, but a foul on that one.
Any player on the floor, and you can pretty much say any player in the entire NBA, when it's one-on-one with Giannis, that's a mismatch. That's how good Giannis is. And again, to score 30 points a game is a feat in itself. To do it shooting over 60% is remarkable. And since Giannis has gotten more disciplined and not burping up so many threes, that combination of 30-plus points and 60% from the field is really impressive. It's unprecedented.
He's taken nearly 5 shots a game in the mid-range. To your point, he's getting closer to the basket, which has helped him. First free throw for Giannis, no good off the back iron. The foul, by the way, on Jaylen Williams, that's his first.
Interesting, they're not using their full court fast break situation this time. All 5 OKC players are on the same side of half court. They love to send 2 guys long, 1 to each court. Oh, here they go. Now they're sending 2 of them long, Isaiah Joe and Lou Dort. And Andre Jackson has got to stop the ball if Giannis misses this free throw.
And he rattles one home. So 12-9 OKC. Jaylen Williams bringing it up. Drives into the paint, high off the glass, and rattles it home.
Second time they have not stopped the ball, and they've paid for it.
And this is a Milwaukee team that's great at stopping the ball. Dame shoots a 3. It's off to the left. Rebound Jaylen Williams. So Milwaukee usually pretty stout in the middle. Not been the case thus far to start this one. Hartenstein up top. Bounce passes it to Isaiah Joe, who gets the screen from Hartenstein at the free throw line extended. He shoots, gets that one to fall.
Poor
timeout.
Yeah, poor communication. Doc Rivers is upset. It was just a simple little dribble around, and the 2 players went with the ball. Isaiah Joe had a free throw line jump shot. He's too good a shooter to allow that.
With 7:30 to go here in the first quarter, it's OKC 16, Milwaukee 9. You're listening to the 2024 Emirates NBA Cup Championship on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
This is an ad by BetterHelp. What's your perfect night? Is it curling up on the couch for a cozy, peaceful night in? Therapy can feel a bit like that, your comfort place where you replenish your energy. With BetterHelp, get matched with a therapist based on your needs, entirely online. It's convenient and suited to your schedule. Find comfort this season with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/teamwork to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/teamwork.
If you're a maintenance supervisor for a commercial property, you've had to deal with everything from leaky faucets to flickering light bulbs. But nothing's worse than that ancient boiler that's lived in the building since the day it was built, 50 years ago. It's enough to make anyone lose their cool. That's where Grainger comes in. With industrial-grade products and dependable fast delivery, Grainger can help with any challenge, from worn-out components to everyday necessities. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
No matter how good you are at protecting your personal info, you can't stop others from dropping the ball. Places like retailers, doctors, and airlines can accidentally expose your info, leaving you open to identity theft. That's why you need LifeLock. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for identity theft and will fix it guaranteed or your money back. Don't drop the ball. Get LifeLock today. Save up to 40% your first year at LifeLock.com/sports. Terms apply.
Kevin Winter inside our Grainger studio. Don't forget to log on to our social media accounts at NBA on ESPN Radio to vote in the AutoZone In the Zone poll question. Who's going to get in the zone for tonight's championship game of the Emirates NBA Cup? Giannis Antetokounmpo, Damian Lillard, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, or Jaylen Williams? In the zone, brought to you by AutoZone. Get in the zone, AutoZone. The correct answer is the Thunder, because right now they're 8 of 10 from the floor. They've got a 7-point lead, 16-9 opening quarter. Back to George and PJ in Las Vegas.
Thank you, Kevin. And PJ, OKC has implemented something interesting that you referred to when Giannis is at the free throw line. They're sending two guys basically back on the other end of the court on the perimeter near the corners. So that means it's 3-on-2 to rebound.
Exactly. It's easy for the Bucks to put two guys back with the corners, but it's not easy to get in front of the ball, particularly if Giannis misses the shot. They just double-team Giannis in the backcourt to make him give the ball up. He throws it up the floor to Andre Jackson Jr., commits an offensive foul. He's out of control.
Yeah. Andre Jackson Jr., again, a youngster in there getting the start. Brings them more defense, obviously, on that end.
Oh, yeah, no, he doesn't play big minutes, but it's helped him. It also allows Gary Trent to come in off the bench, and he's been a real plus for the bench.
Bounce pass to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Erased there by Brook Lopez. Jackson going the other way in transition to the left wing to Lillard. Guarded by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Lillard, step through, gets the bucket and in. 16-11 OKC.
Smallest guy on the floor, but when he goes to the rim, he does a good job finishing Damian Lillard.
SGA backing down Lillard in the mid-post. Now to Hartenstein. Again, that push shot from the free throw line. 8 points for Hartenstein at the moment.
On this particular court, it happens to be painted black, the bottom half of the free throw circle. Isaiah Hartenstein's making a living right there.
They dump it down to Brook Lopez near the basket. He goes up, misses. His putback is no good. Rebound to Isaiah Joe. Lopez wanted a foul.
He's got to finish that. He was open, and normally he does finish inside.
Hartenstein directing traffic up top. Bounce pass to Shai. Pump fake. Shai kicks it to the corner and off Hartenstein. Nobody was home. Hartenstein put his hands there, thought it was for him. I think Shai might have thought somebody was going to be in that corner.
Doc Rivers is telling Josh Tiven, the official, hey, Brook got fouled inside. Good, he's backing up Brook. I'm not sure he's right. But Brook got 2 shots in there. Maybe on one of them he was fouled. But Brook's got to just tear the rim down. He's bigger than everybody else on the floor.
That's fair. So a turnover for OKC. Lillard with the ball on the left wing gets double-teamed. Gets it back to Giannis up top, guarded by Jaylen Williams. Giannis drives into the teeth of the paint, loses it. Lopez comes up with it, gets it to Jackson. They swing up top to Lillard. Cason Wallace, who checked in, now guards Lillard. Lillard throws it to the corner. Lopez open for 3. Got it to go! Lopez with a three-pointer. 18-14 OKC.
Really good penetrating pitch by Damian Lillard.
Jaylen Williams on the right wing, guarded by Lopez. Bounce pass, kicked by Taurean Prince, intended for Kenrich Williams, who checked in.
OKC, any opportunity, George, that they have, they double Giannis or they double Damian, obviously to get the ball out of their hands. It's not that the other Buck players aren't capable players, but the more you can get it out of Giannis and Dame's hands, the better off you are.
Oh, Oh, yeah. You don't want those two guys with the ball in their hands. I mean, literally anyone else handling would be better. That's on the floor at the moment. As we saw with Andre Jackson earlier, getting the offensive foul. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander drives to the mid-post. Triple team. Now he dribbles out of trouble. Back towards us here on the right wing. Behind his back. Step back. Pump fake. Kicks it to Jaylen Williams. 2 on the shot clock. Williams throws it up. No good. Off the glass. But Lopez comes up with the rebound, and Giannis brings it up the court.
Really good defense by the Bucks.
Giannis to the corner to Taurean Prince, who's open for 3. Prince lines one up, no good, off the heel. Dort running the other way, but he's by himself. He's on the left wing. Lopez guarding him out in space. Dort crosses him up into the paint. Turnaround jumper is good by Lou Dort.
Mismatch, and he took advantage of it. I'll tell you, Andre Jackson Jr. did a really good job against SGA last possession.
Thunder shooting 71%. Lopez at the top, gets it to Williams on the left wing. Dort running all over the place. I mean, he is getting people in the torture chamber for sure. Lillard drives into the teeth of the paint, gets fouled hard as he got bodied by Lou Dort. But there was a number of defenders in there. We'll see who was called on.
Lou Dort is like LeBron in terms of people bounce off him. I think sometimes it's true. He really doesn't feel it, but he's so strong and so physical. When people run into him, they don't have to fake it. They get knocked sideways.
He could have been a linebacker at Arizona State when he was playing there.
Well, he is a linebacker. Yeah. He's just playing basketball.
That is his second foul. So an interesting decision here from Mark Daigneault as Caruso looks to be checking in just a moment. So will Bobby Portis and A.J. Green for Milwaukee.
Both these teams with very, very productive bench. OKC really goes deep.
Lillard gets the first free throw. So it's 20-15 at the moment. OKC with a 5-point lead.
So far this possession, they're not sending the two people deep. Russell planning on taking the ball out of bounds. When Damian Lillard shoots a free throw, it usually goes in. So most times you're not running off a miss.
92% free throw percentage for Damian.
Now.
Well, it gives him the 3 versus 2 advantage.
Well, see, they're back. See, Dame's quick enough after he releases the ball. He backs up, and it does become a 3-on-3.
So SGA bringing it across the timeline. Jackson guarding him. He drives to the free throw line, maybe gets away with a little bit of a push, misses the step-back jumper on Antetokounmpo with the rebound.
Jackson's not backing off. I like that for the young guy.
Giannis bringing it up the far sideline to Bobby Portis. Left wing 3 on the way. Got it to fall. A 3-pointer. It's a 1-point ball game. OKC 20-19.
Well, that's the thing with Giannis and Dame. We say get the ball out of their hands. Giannis is over 6 assists. Dame 7.5. They're willing passers.
Cason Wallace gets it up top to Kenrich Williams. Straight on for 3. Too strong. Rebound Lillard. 1-point ball game. OKC leading here in the first. Lillard up top. To the left wing to Jackson. Hands it off to Lillard. Lillard now at the top of the key, guarded by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Dumps it into the post to Portis. Got Williams on him. Driving baseline. Turnaround jumper is no good. Push shot with one hand.
Tough shot. Well defended.
Caruso coming the other way. Drives into the paint on Antetokounmpo. Kicks it to the corner to SGA. Lillard guarding him tightly. He'll pull up for 3 anyway. Too strong. Rebound Portis. They hand it off as they shovel it to Giannis. Giannis crosses the timeline to Lillard. Left wing 3. Open for a second. Fires and connects. 3-pointer for Milwaukee. And they take the lead 22-20. Timeout Mark Daigneault on OKC.
Bucks doing it with defense and some 3-point shooting. Mark Daigneault's going to talk to his team. I think more about what they're doing on the offensive end. Their defense is okay.
With 3:25 left in the first quarter, it's Milwaukee now with a lead 22-20 over OKC. This is the 2024 Emirates NBA Championship on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Ryan Reynolds here for Mint Mobile. You know, one of the perks about having 4 kids that you know about is actually getting a direct line to the big man up north. And this year, he wants you to know the best gift that you can give someone is the gift of Mint Mobile's unlimited wireless for $15 a month. Now, you don't even need to wrap it. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/save.
$45 upfront payment required, equivalent to $15 per month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Taxes and fees extra. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes on unlimited. See mintmobile.com for details.
If you're a maintenance supervisor for a commercial property, you've had to deal with everything from leaky faucets to flickering light bulbs. But nothing's worse than that ancient boiler that's lived in the building since the day it was built, 50 years ago. It's enough to make anyone lose their cool. That's where Grainger comes in. With industrial-grade products and dependable fast delivery, Grainger can help with any challenge, from worn-out components to everyday necessities. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
No matter how good you are at protecting your personal info, you can't stop others from dropping the ball. Places like retailers, doctors, and airlines can accidentally expose your info, leaving you open to identity theft. That's why you need LifeLock. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for identity theft and will fix it guaranteed or your money back. Don't drop the ball. Get LifeLock today. Save up to 40% your first year at LifeLock.com/sports. Terms apply.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football. It's a pepper thing.
This holiday season, make Champs Sports your go-to destination for head-to-toe sports style. Whether you're shopping for family, friends, or yourself, we've got the perfect gifts to fit everyone's style. From trendy sneakers to cozy fleece, our collection is inspired by sport and designed for everyday life. And don't miss our exciting Sport for Life campaign, out now. Make this holiday unforgettable with gifts for the entire family. Shop your local Champs Sports store or champsports.com. Champs Sports, sport for life.
I'm Kevin Winter. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to the Emirates NBA Cup Championship game, Bucks and Thunder, here on ESPN Radio, the ESPN app. One piece of news out of the NFL with the Falcons win, air quotes, against the Raiders last night in Las Vegas, 15-9. Kirk Cousins, 11-17, 112 yards passing. It's now Michael Penix Jr. time. The first-round pick will be the Falcons starting quarterback going forward. George and PJ, back to you in Vegas.
That's your guy, PJ, Michael Penix Jr.
Absolutely, Seattle, UW. Michael Penix was fantastic at UW. How about the way that Milwaukee's gotten back in an 8-0 run? They're 4 for 6 from 3. OKC only 0 for 4. OKC started 8 for 10. They're 2 for 7 since. They're living in the paint. That's primarily Isaiah Hartenstein just below the free throw line.
Man, he's got 8 points already.
Look who's on board.
Pat Connaughton has checked in for
Milwaukee. With no Chris, and Pat Connaughton played really well when we had them winning in Miami.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander draws the foul on A.J. Green on the left block. So he'll go to the free throw line. And, we talked about Dame being a great free throw shooter. Shai's pretty good, too, at 86% as he gets to the stripe.
He's pretty good across the board. I'm going to take this opportunity since he's got 2 free throws here. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is number 3 in points, number 6 in steals, number 20 in assists, number 30 in blocks, 31 free throw percentage, 32 in minutes, and 33 in field goal percentage. There's over 500 players in the league. He's in the top 30 in almost every category.
It's pretty wild how good he is. And he misses the back end of the free throws. So he gets 1 of 2. Caruso with the steal, though.
Doing what he does best.
They get it to Aaron Wiggins on the wing. He drives baseline, brings it back to Kenrich Williams. They get it to Shai up top. Williams with the screen for Shai on the right wing. Step back 3 on the way. No good. Too strong. Rebound batted around to Giannis.
They've done a good job on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander so far.
They have done a good job. Shai is not performing to his usual standards. Only 2 of 6. Bobby Portis for 3 from the corner. No good. Rebound Shai.
It's set up by Connaughton. Bobby Portis unable to finish.
Shai behind the back. Gets into the paint. Throws one up. No good. Bounces out. Andre Jackson with the rebound. Andre Jackson on the left wing. Throws it inside to Caruso. Yeah, ill-advised pass. Tried to get it to Giannis. Caruso coming the other way. On the right wing, left-hand dribble into the paint. Falls to the ground. Gets it to Kenrich Williams up top. He fakes. Drives into the paint. Bounce pass to Caruso, who bounces it to Shai on the left wing now. Guarded by A.J. Green.
He is backing him down, but Giannis is shading him. Shai turnaround jumper, baseline is good. And Shai gives OKC the lead 23-22.
Tough shot. He started 2 for 7. Obviously, that makes him 3 for 8. Shai had a tough first half against Houston on Saturday, and then really lit it up in the second half.
Back Connaughton gets it to Bobby Portis, driving baseline, goes up, loses it. Cason Wallace picked his pocket, went out of bounds, will stay Milwaukee ball.
Right into the hands of Elaine Wynn, probably the lady that's done more for Las Vegas than anybody in this city's history. I don't think it was an intentional pass, though, by Bobby Portis.
Don't believe so. They throw it into Connaughton, to the corner to Green. Green guarded by Hartenstein. He tries to dribble away. He'll step back for 3 and gets it to fall. Wow, what a great shot by A.J. Green.
You cannot defend any better than Isaiah Hartenstein just did.
So a 3-ball for Green. And on the other end, Shai answers with a 3 of his own from the left wing. OKC up 1.
So much for Shai. Off to a tough start.
That's the first 3-pointer for the Thunder today. Antetokounmpo, guarded by Hartenstein, on the left elbow, goes into the paint, kicks it to the corner. 2-ball for Gary Trent Jr., foot on the line.
Well, that's again why Andre Jackson starts and they bring the offense off the bench with Gary Trent Jr.
1-point lead for Milwaukee, under a minute to go. Caruso drives against Giannis, loses the handle for a second, now hands it off to Hartenstein up top. Hartenstein looking for a dribble handoff to Wallace. Gets it to Wallace on the right wing. Bounce pass to Hartenstein. Hartenstein throws it up. And a late whistle as Hartenstein took a spill.
Josh Tiven is saying the defender moved under him. He's kind of bringing both hands up from his knees, saying he bumped underneath him. We're watching a replay right now. Oh, I don't know about that.
Giannis, it looked like it was straight up.
Josh Tiven's a good official, but I thought, if anything, Hartenstein came into Giannis' space.
Hartenstein to the free throw line. And he gets the first. He's a 60% shooter from there. Interesting background, obviously. Hartenstein grew up in Germany because his dad was playing overseas and started playing ball there. Then came to the States, played in the G League, won a championship in the G League with Rio Grande Valley, and made his way to the league.
With the Vipers, RGV?
Yep. 10 points matches the season high for any quarter this season for Hartenstein. So Giannis, under 30 seconds to go on the left wing. Spins on Hartenstein towards the baseline. Double comes. He kicks it back to Portis. Portis thought about a 3. Now he swings it to Connaughton. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Giannis double team. Giannis is going to rise and fire. No good. Rebound, Wiggins. 17 seconds left. Shot clock is off. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander crosses the timeline now. Guarded by Trent.
No foul to give for the Bucks.
SGA sizing him up. Step back. No, kicks it to Caruso. No time left. Caruso launches, gets it to fall.
I don't think so.
Will it count?
They haven't made a signal yet. Two officials are looking at each other.
They're saying yes.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be, though. Justin Van Dyne and Josh Tiven. Josh Tiven, I think, is telling Just, you got to say one thing or the other. He didn't say anything.
Ooh, that is really
close. We're going to have to review it for sure, and it's going to be a very, very tough decision.
6 lead changes in the first quarter. At the end of the first, it's OKC leading by 1, 28-27 against Milwaukee. This is the 2024 Emirates NBA Cup Championship on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Shopify helps you sell at every stage of your business. Like that, let's put it online and see what happens stage.
And the site is live.
That we opened a store and need a fast checkout stage.
Thanks. You're all set.
That count it up and ship it around the globe stage.
This one's going to Thailand.
And that, wait, did we just hit 1 million orders stage? Whatever your stage, businesses that grow with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 a month trial at shopify.com/play.
Whether you're a 9-to-5 commuter in the carpool lane, a sports car enthusiast, or a loving dad who has to drive a minivan full of pop-shrieking tweens to a concert, you want quality tires that perform in any situation. You want your car to wear Coopers. Because there are plenty of twists, turns, terrains, and tweens who may or may not know what an indoor voice is. That's why Cooper tires are what millions of Americans depend on. Great quality, great reliability, great performance. That's why my car wears Coopers. Cooper tires, trusted since 1914. We're brought to you by Allstate. Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like how you check that you've got your tickets first before heading to the game. Or like how you check you've downloaded the latest episodes of your favorite podcasts before hitting the road. Checking first is smart, and it's easy. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. Because with Allstate, you get reliable coverage and great protection. And while both can save a football game, they can also save your wallet. Visit Allstate.com or call a local agent today to see how much you can save. You're in good hands with Allstate. Potential savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
I'm Kevin Winter inside a Granger studio. End of one quarter here at the Emirates NBA Cup Championship game.
Step back for three and gets it to fall. Wow, what a great shot by A.J. Green.
You cannot defend any better than Isaiah Hartenstein just did.
So a three ball for Green. And on the other end, Shai answers with a three of his own from the left wing. OKC up one.
So much for Shai off to a tough start.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 10 points and 4-9 shooting. Isaiah Hartenstein's got 10. Meanwhile, Damian Lillard, 7. Giannis with 6. We know this. We know the Thunder have the lead. The question is it by 1 or 4? And we're going to take a look at an Alex Caruso 3, which is very close. George and PJ, back to you guys in Las Vegas to start the second quarter.
Thank you, Kevin. So they reviewed the Alex Caruso shot, and I'm guessing it's...
No, they said no. I just saw Justin Van Dyne go
no good.
Not good. Usually the officials come over and tell us. I have no idea why, but it says 28-27 on the scoreboard, and I saw Justin motion to Richard Jefferson from ABC, no good. So
here's
let's go with it.
It was incredibly close, as we said, going to break.
Oh, no, it was either way.
And we saw the replay. We had the luxury of seeing the replay during the break. I mean, his fingertips were barely on it. So Caruso got the grenade from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and did try to get it up. He didn't make it. Unfortunately, it will not count. So it's 28-27 OKC as we get ready to start the second quarter.
Interestingly, also, George, that would have been the second three for OKC. One of the reasons Milwaukee's within 1 point, they are 5 for 9 from the three-point line. OKC's only 1 for 6.
One of your keys to the game for Milwaukee.
Well, they need their
threes.
They need their threes. There's no question about it. I'm just surprised. I thought I saw Josh Tiven raise both hands.
He did. That's why I called it.
Which I thought that could have been a deciding factor. It was so close.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to revert back to what the original call was. So, what was the Strother Martin's line in Cool Hand Luke? What we've got here is failure to communicate.
Correct.
We didn't really understand what was going on.
Justin Van Dyne held his hand up, and then Josh Tiven came in and put up both hands, which signifies the shot was good. But after reviewing, they said that the Caruso shot is waved off.
Our good buddy, the GQ fashion plate, Monty McCutcheon, is here, Senior Vice President for officiating, so I'm going to visit with him at halftime.
You should. So we're about to start the second quarter, and they're telling Gary Trent, hold on a second, the time hasn't stopped yet. There's still 5 seconds left before we're supposed to bring it up.
That's starting without ABC.
There you go. And now we're back. So Trent will inbound it from the baseline. Gets it back from A.J. Green.
Full court pressure.
Yeah.
Man-to-man, no double team yet.
A.J. Mitchell checks in for OKC, and he's pressuring Gary Trent. Now Cason Wallace on Damian Lillard, who has the ball. Double team comes to him. Lillard driving baseline. Step back, corner three. Got it to fall. Wow. Damian Lillard.
I'll tell you what. The three that A.J. Green made and that one from the opposite left corner that Dame just made, contested doesn't do justice to the defense.
Lillard with 10 points. It's a 2-point lead for Milwaukee. Jaylen Williams on the other end misses the fadeaway jumper from the elbow. Lillard bringing it up the far sideline. Cason Wallace guarding him. Lillard bringing it back out towards the logo. Throws it up and gets the foul call. So the foul on Cason Wallace, and Damian Lillard smartly throws it up as Wallace reached in.
Damian Lillard's got 10 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists, and he's going to the free throw line, so we can assume it's going to be 2 more very shortly.
Yeah, again, as we mentioned, 92% for the veteran from Weber State.
What an excellent year he's having. Just really amazing to watch.
And it was a bit of a tough year last year, as we talked about at the top of the broadcast. He misses.
Yeah.
Broadcaster jinx
exactly.
there.
Well, his 13th year in the league. Incredible. 34 years old. He was a number 6 pick, 8-time All-Star, 7-time All-NBA player.
So Lillard gets the second to fall.
He's upset with himself. He does not like to miss a free throw.
Yeah. That's like Haley's Comet right there. You don't see that very often.
Here we go with the fast break free throw situation.
OKC moves 2 guys towards the other end of the court. Lillard gets this third free throw.
It's so much easier to defend when the ball goes through the basket.
Yeah. So Milwaukee with a 4-point lead, 32-28 here early in the second. Isaiah Joe on the right wing, driving baseline, kicks it to the corner. A.J. Mitchell misses. Rebound Hartenstein with the putback.
Wow, that one just fell into his hand. The shot was so short, it was underneath the rim, and it fell straight down into Isaiah's hands.
32-30 Milwaukee. Lillard drives left hand into the paint, kicks it to the wing to A.J. Green, lets it fly, and connects on another three-pointer. 35-30 Milwaukee. 4th
assist for Damian Lillard. He's breaking the defense down with his penetration.
And guess who's checking in for OKC in a moment? The Dortcher Chambers coming back. Isaiah Joe gets it from Isaiah Hartenstein. Now back to Hartenstein on the right wing. Hartenstein dribbles into the paint, fakes one way, dumps it off to A.J. Mitchell, cutting to the basket, and connects there on the layup. 35-32 Milwaukee.
Bobby Portis got caught in traffic, and there was no help available.
Lillard throws it up, intercepted there by Jaylen Williams, and he's going the other way. Gets into the paint, throws it up, loses it for a second, gets it back and off the glass and in.
That's a typical OKC possession. A steal turned into 2 points on the opposite end.
Almost like a pick six in football. 35-34 Milwaukee. Lillard bounce past A.J. Green on the left wing to the corner to Portis, who drives towards the mid-post. Bounce past the Green. They flip it to Lopez. Swing it one more time. One more swing to Gary Trent on the right wing. He floats one up short. Rebound A.J. Mitchell. Bump from behind by Bobby Portis. And it'll be a foul on big number 9 for Milwaukee.
Good ball movement by the Bucks, but I thought Brook Lopez should have taken the 3. The 3's been really good to them. Brook is a way above average 3-point shooter. He made the one more pass, but I think he was more open than the next player.
I was just going to say that he's a 36% 3-point shooter, but he was open. He had that sliver where he could have taken the shot. So 9:40 to go here in the second quarter. 1-point ball game. Bucks leading OKC 35-34. Jaylen Williams, left-hand dribble to the paint. Scoop shot for the layup. No good. Bounces off the rim. Rebound Lopez. Now to Lillard. Long pass to Trent, to the corner to Green. Green no good on the three-pointer for the corner. A.J. Mitchell bringing it up the far sideline. He drives towards the baseline, throws one up off the glass on Lillard. Lillard will pick up the foul, and A.J. Mitchell will go to the free throw line.
Bucks really missed an opportunity the last play. We had an OKC player laying on the floor in the backcourt, got knocked down. It was a 5-on-4, and it went to one of the better three-point shooters in the league. A.J. Green was bare and just missed it from the left corner.
So A.J. Mitchell gets the first of the 2 free throws, an 82% shooter. Mitchell from UC Santa Barbara, one of the Gauchos.
Exactly. We got all kinds of A.J.s in this game. A.J. Green, A.J. Johnson off Milwaukee.
Yeah, 2 A.J.s for them, 1 A.J.
exactly,
for OKC.
A.J. Mitchell.
And then Mitchell hits both free throws, so it's a 1-point lead for OKC, 36-35.
He doubled Dame in the backcourt, got the ball out of his hands.
Yeah, Portis on the right wing now, trying to find someone to get it to. Gets it to A.J. Green, dumps it into Portis. Push shot for Portis off the glass is no good. Rebound Williams. Kenrich Williams bringing it up. On Lopez, he drives underneath the basket, loses it, and it's off Williams, and it'll be Milwaukee ball.
Boy, Brook was very physical, but got away with it. Bobby Portis having a little difficulty getting on track. He's 1 for 4, but he's missed both his 2-point shots. He's split a pair from downtown. Another full court pressure here, again by OKC.
Well, you see that a lot in college, and it's interesting because their average age is about a college team right now. Gary Trent on the right wing gets it to Lopez. Lopez looking for a handoff to Lillard at the logo. Lillard to Lopez at the free throw line. Fadeaway jumper for Lopez. In and out. Rebound, Jaylen Williams.
Good look. It was halfway down and came out.
Jaylen Williams on the drive on A.J. Green. Push shot off the glass, too strong. And a foul underneath as Kenrich Williams hits the deck. Brook Lopez looking around.
He's calling on Gary Trent.
Yeah.
Justin Van Dyne with the call. Brook Lopez had good position. Gary Trent, I think, was afraid his man was going to get the rebound. He must have grabbed him because there's no talkback whatsoever. Justin Van Dyne with the good call on the baseline.
Although Lopez is complaining about the foul call. And Josh Tiven now with a whistle as he wants to talk to Justin Van Dyne. So Kenrich Williams will inbound it across from us near his own bench. Right by Michael Phelps. Jaylen Williams gets it at the top. He drives to the free throw line. Kicks it back to A.J. Mitchell. Wide open for three. No good. Rebound. Dort bats it out to Jaylen Williams. Straight on three on the way. Short there. Rebound Bobby Portis.
OKC 1 for 9 from downtown, George.
Damian Lillard gets the handoff, and we have an offensive foul.
Hate that call.
Portis.
Lane. He's supposed to call it. It's almost impossible to set a screen now unless you're a statue, you don't move, and the man with the ball waits till you're there for like a second before he comes off the screen.
The Bucks, by the way, shooting 4 of 14 on 2, 7 of 12 from 3. OKC with the ball. They get it to Jaylen Williams up top. To A.J. Mitchell on the right wing. Double comes. He finds Cason Wallace up top. Pump fake. Drives to the basket. Push shot. Swirls around the rim and down. So Cason Wallace gives OKC a 3-point lead with 7:55 to go in the first half.
The Bucks did a good job running him off the line, but he got the easy 2 from the free throw area.
Lillard at the logo sees a double. They swing to Lopez to the corner. Gary Trent for 3. No good. Rebound Portis. He goes back up too strong. Gets his own rebound and puts it back in. 1-point ball game. OKC leading 38-37.
Moses Malone rebound there for Bobby Portis. Got his own on the stick back.
Kenrich Williams gets it to Cason Wallace. Gets a screen for him now. Going downhill. Wallace, scoop shot, is fouled by A.J. Green on the drive and the layup. That's his second and the 4th Bucks team foul. So Wallace will go to the free throw line.
Bucks have been fortunate so far. 6 turnovers is not real good. We're not even halfway through the second quarter, but so far it's only led to 6 points off those turnovers. There's a missed free throw by Cason Wallace.
So OKC, this is their second free throw of the game. They're 5 of 7. And Wallace, usually pretty sure bet from there, 86%. So we've seen a number of guys who normally shoot the ball really well from the free throw line. Shai, Wallace, and Lillard all missing free throws.
Well, as you said earlier, OKC's the #1 free throw shooting team in the entire association.
Wallace gets the back end. So it's 39-37.
Greek Freak back on the floor.
He's bringing up the ball, crosses the timeline to Lopez on the left wing. Hands off to Trent.
Decent minutes without Giannis.
Yeah. Giannis bounce pass to OKC, extends their lead to 4 with 6:30 to go in the second.
The problem when you miss a 3, that usually gets a running team going downhill.
A.J. Green gets swatted away as he tried to get it into Giannis.
Deflection, OKC #1 in the league in deflection.
Jaylen Williams throws it up in transition. He gets fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line. Timeout on the floor.
You turn it over against this team, and you better get back on defense because they're going to run you out of the place. #1 in turnovers forced, #1 in points off those turnovers.
With 6:15 to go in the second quarter, OKC leading Milwaukee 41-37. You're listening to the 2024 Emirates NBA Cup Championship on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Hi, I'm Jason Alexander. Or as you probably know me, Royal Flusher 25 from WSOP free-to-play app.
Poker tips with Jason.
Avoid making ego-based decisions. Like you know you should fold, but you just can't let someone like Ian win. Always bragging about his precious infinity pool. You just can't help but going all in. Full house.
I peed in your pool.
If you love poker, play poker on the WSOP free-to-play app. Download now.
This holiday season, make Champ Sports your go-to destination for head-to-toe sports style. Whether you're shopping for family, friends, or yourself, we've got the perfect gifts to fit everyone's style. From trendy sneakers to cozy fleece, our collection is inspired by sport and designed for everyday life. And don't miss our exciting Sport for Life campaign, out now. Make this holiday unforgettable with gifts for the entire family. Shop your local Champ Sports store or champsports.com. Champ Sports, sport for life.
Ryan Reynolds here for, I guess, my 100th Mint commercial. No, don't. I mean, honestly, when I started this, I thought I only have to do like 4 of these. I mean, it's unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month. How are there still people paying 2 or 3 times that much? I'm sorry, I shouldn't be victim blaming here. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/save whenever you're ready.
$45 upfront payment equivalent to $15 per month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Taxes and fees extra. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes. See details.
What's up, y'all? It's Joe Budden, here to talk about Prize Picks. Football season is heating up, and Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action while watching football. With over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings, Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. The app is really simple to use. Pick 2 or more players across any sport, pick more or less on their projection, and you could win real cash on your lineup. Prize Picks even invented the flex play, so you can still cash out if one of your picks doesn't hit. On Prize Picks, you can mix and match players from different sports. Real money sports action while watching football.
Download the Prize Picks daily fantasy app today and use code OT and get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code OT on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks. Run your game. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
I'm Kevin Winter, inside of Granger Studios. Second quarter, Emirates NBA Cup Championship game on ESPN Radio. Thunder by 4 over the Bucks. News of the day in the NBA, there's a new format for this year's All-Star game. ESPN NBA's senior insider, Shams Charania.
It's a 4-team tournament, a first of its kind. It's going to be 3 All-Star teams, 8 players each, and then the winner of the Rising Stars game, which is played on Friday night, made up of mostly sophomores and rookies of the NBA. And it's something that the league and the players, the general managers across the NBA, they all have been discussing this for the last several months. Really, when you go back to July is when I heard there were some really extensive meetings going on, figuring out how to bring competitiveness back to the All-Star game.
So the All-Star game has a new format. George and PJ will have the All-Star coverage on ESPN Radio coming up in a couple of months. Back to you guys in Vegas.
Thank you, Kevin. Yes, PJ, you, myself, and Kesty will be there. I'm sitting in for Kesty tonight. Lucky to be here with you. But new All-Star game format. We'll see how that unfolds. I'm curious to see it myself. But here, the way this is unfolding is that OKC's on an 11-2 run.
Yeah, they are. The three-point shooting has been the difference. And Jaylen Williams misses the first free throw. They're not making their free throws, and they're not making their threes.
And he's an 81%
It's a bad combination. But that 11-2 run you talked about, Bucks are 3 for 12 so far this quarter. But what we have is another competitive game. Got a really nice crowd again, George.
Yes.
2 good crowds. The Emirates Cup, very, very popular here in Las Vegas.
42-37, OKC with the lead. Jaylen Williams got 1 free throw. Giannis at the right elbow. Step back jumper.
Shot.
Got it to go.
Dirk Nowitzki, the statue in Dallas.
One-legged,
falling back. Greek Freak converts it.
42-39 OKC now. 3-point ball game with 5:50 to go in the first half.
Giannis pretty quiet also so far.
Giannis has, 8 points. A.J. Mitchell drives into the paint. Left-hand scoop shot, no good. Ball batted out of bounds by Hartenstein. It'll be Milwaukee ball.
Should have been a foul over the top there. Damian Lillard got knocked down, but no harm, no foul, and the Bucks have the ball. OKC backing off their full court pressure a little bit right now. Just back picking up at the 3-point line.
Dame brings it up to Andre Jackson on the right wing. Jackson bounce pass into Antetokounmpo on the right elbow.
Mismatch,
guarding him. He dribbles in, throws it up with the right hand. Easy basket.
Alex Caruso's a heck of a defender, but not guarding Giannis Antetokounmpo.
1-point ball game, OKC clinging on to that 1-point lead. Caruso kicks it to the left wing. Dort wide open for 3. Too strong off the heel. Rebound, Taurean Prince.
Bucks were messed up. No one was guarding Lou Dort.
Antetokounmpo here on the left wing. He'll pull up inside the arc short. Rebound goes into the backcourt. Dame picks it up near the other free throw line. 10 seconds on the shot clock as he crosses the timeline. Dort guarding him. Dame between his legs, gets a screen from Giannis. To the wing, to Jackson. To Antetokounmpo to the corner. To Prince for three. No good. Rebound Hartenstein.
In and out. It's spun all the way down and then right out.
Shai drives, puts the shoulder down on Giannis, loses it for a second. Kenrich Williams picks it up, gets it back to Shai. He drives again, scoops it from underneath. Hartenstein with the putback is no good, but we have a whistle. It's going to be a foul on Milwaukee, so Shai went underneath with a reverse layup. Barely missed it. Hartenstein's putback was no good.
Doc's upset. He thought it was offensive interference on Isaiah Hartenstein, and I think no, we're just watching the replay. It's always easier when you watch the replay. Boy, it's close. Isaiah Hartenstein, the ball might have been still on the rim. It did have no chance to go down, though. For it to be offensive interference, the ball has a chance to go in. The ball was clearly falling off the rim.
Yeah. So Hartenstein gets his third free throw to fall. He's got 13 points. Leading scorer in the game.
I like the way Ajax, they call him, Andre Jackson Jr., is defending Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. You're not going to stop him, but he's making him work. He's doing a really good job. He's not backing down. He's getting right into his jersey and saying, I don't care who you are. I'm gonna really come after you. So a credit to Andre Jackson Jr.
Hartenstein coming off a career-high 21, by the way, in the last game.
Oh, yeah, he played really well Saturday. These are, statistically going to be two of his best games, but they're 9-1. 10 games Isaiah Hartenstein has played for OKC, they're 9-1. So you call that a pretty good addition. And I'll tell you what, as well as the Knicks are playing, they are going to miss and are missing Isaiah Hartenstein.
14 points for Hartenstein, gets both free throws. Giannis up top. Dribbles into the paint, throws it up for Lopez, but a whistle before Giannis threw it up.
He came with the hold on Giannis, and just as he was throwing a lob pass up to Brook Lopez.
So foul on the floor on Hartenstein. He picks up his first. So Connaughton will inbound it near the Bucks bench to the corner to Taurean Prince. He throws it up for Giannis. A two-hand flush on the alley-oop for Antetokounmpo, and the Bucks are within one.
Lobs to Giannis often turn out very good for the Milwaukee Bucks. Bucks got to be careful. They've committed 5 fouls already, George. We still have 4 minutes to play.
Hartenstein on the right wing. Bounce pass into Shai at the baseline. Jumper for Shai is no good. Rebound Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo, full head of steam, heading into the paint. Runs over Hartenstein. Wow. And it'll be a foul on the floor on Hartenstein. He throws his arms up like, what did I do?
Exactly right. He got knocked backward. That was a heck of a collision. Only the third team foul against OKC. Mark Dagnall's looking back at the second row. His assistant coach is wondering whether he should challenge that. Problem was he wasn't in good position. He was kind of turned sideways when Giannis hit him.
So they'll inbound it to our left to Taurean Prince on the left wing. Taurean Prince looking for an outlet, gets it to Connaughton. They swing it to Jackson. Jackson, three-pointer on the way. No good. Rebound Hartenstein.
Jackson is shooting a decent percentage, but I think that may be some early season numbers.
Isaiah Joe misses a right wing three. 1-point ball game. OKC leading. 3:25 to go here in the second quarter. It's 44-43 OKC. Giannis on the right wing, guarded by Hartenstein. Caruso shading him as well. Giannis pulls up from about 20 feet, no good. Rebound Caruso. Caruso on the left wing. He drives, runs into Giannis, runs him over, and a blocking foul on Giannis.
Justin Van Dyne with the call. I'll tell you, I was going to say, Georgie, that last offensive possession, last year that would have been a three. Giannis would have settled for the three, but instead he took 1 or 2 dribbles, got like a mid-range jumper, just unable to convert it. But we mentioned the Bucks in the bonus. That's kind of a careless foul right there. 5 team fouls. It's going to put Alex Caruso on the line.
Yep. So with 3:09 to go, Caruso will go to the free throw line, gets the first, so extends the lead to 2, 45-43 for OKC. Caruso, obviously a champion with the Lakers in 2020, averaging about 5.5 points a game, but he's out there for defense. He's one of the best perimeter defenders in the sport.
Yeah, he's been dinged up. He's had some hip problems. He missed a bunch of games, and he's not playing at his normal level yet on the offensive end. Not shooting the ball very well.
Gets both free throws. It's a 3-point ball game, OKC leading. They get it to Lopez up top. Lopez fakes, throws it up for Giannis for an alley-oop. A reverse alley-oop there. Layup for Antetokounmpo. 1-point ball game. Caruso on the other end gets into the paint. Gets it to Isaiah Joe up top, guarded by Connaughton. To Hartenstein. Hands it off to Joe. Joe, step back, left wing three on the way. No good. Rebound Lopez.
1 for 13, 7.7% from OKC.
And they're still winning by 1 point at the moment. They get it into Jackson. Easy layup it in the paint.
Pat
nice
Connaughton,
speed.
good penetration, and then he found Jackson moving without the ball. Bucks doing a really good job hanging in.
Bucks now have a 1 point lead, 47-46, 2:15 to go in the first half. Pull up three for Shai. Too strong. Rebound. Giannis.
Wow. Ice cold from downtown.
1 of 14. Pat Connaughton in there, gets the screen from Giannis, gets it back to Giannis at the logo, gets the screen from Lopez. Giannis heading downhill, loses his footing, and they're trying to tie him up. And it'll be a timeout, Milwaukee.
Oh, we got a little
we got
dust
action
up.
between Hartenstein
and Jackson, and they're still talking.
Taurean Prince is in there as well. A lot of extracurriculars. Andre Jackson also in the mix. I couldn't see what happened because it was to our left in the corner.
Andre Jackson Jr. was in the middle of it with Isaiah Hartenstein. I don't know if Taurean Prince was involved or he was trying to break it up. Isaiah Hartenstein's on the bench, and he's still really upset. The three officials huddled in front of the scoring table. Doc Rivers talking to them. Judge Tibbin is telling Doc, go back to the corner. We have not seen a replay yet.
Yeah, but we'll go to break and we'll figure it all out there and see what happens, as the officials are going to be talking about this and reviewing it at the moment. With 1:56 to go in the first half, it's Milwaukee 47, OKC 46. This is the 2024 Emirates NBA Cup Championship on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
And we're back. It's the 2024 Holiday Gift Bowl at the Johnson's house.
That's exactly right. The moment could not be bigger. What will Peter Johnson give?
They're unwrapping it. And wow! Tommy John!
Unbelievable gift! Tommy John!
Diane loves it!
Tommy John pajamas! These could go on right now! Yes!
That's the game. Let's go to Pete.
Peter, with Tommy John, you are the GOAT, greatest gifter of all time. What were you thinking?
I just wanted to go out there and give 100% of my family Tommy John.
How'd you know it'd work?
I was wearing Tommy John when I was shopping, so I knew I could do everything better.
You're in the Greatest Gifter Hall of Fame now. What's that mean?
Owe it all to Tommy John. With their best pair you'll ever wear or it's free guarantee, they're the real MVP.
Hurry to TommyJohn.com/stream for your last-minute gifts and save 40% site-wide. Score 40% off at TommyJohn.com/stream. See site for details.
Attention football fans, the season's heating up, and that means it's time for jaw-dropping plays, spectacular touchdowns, and memories that'll last a lifetime. So if you're looking to grab the best seats for all the excitement, Vivid Seats is your go-to playmaker. With an incredible selection of tickets and a game-changing rewards program, Vivid Seats is your ticket to every thrilling moment. Don't miss out. Experience it live with Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
I'm Kevin Winter with the Emirates NBA Cup Finals on ESPN Radio. Bucks lead the Thunder by 1. We go inside the numbers, brought to you by My Computer Career. Find a more recession-resistant career in cybersecurity or AI. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. mycomputercareer.edu. The Thunder don't like the first halves in Las Vegas. 2 of 18 from distance on Saturday. 1 for 14 here in the first half tonight. Also, George and PJ, this Thunder team, they're feisty. They're very feisty. Got into it with the Rockets, and here they do a little dust up with the Bucks. Back to you guys.
Thank you,
review,
Kevin.
we're going to have a double technical foul on Hartenstein and Jackson. It'll be Milwaukee ball on the side. We're going to reset the shot clock to 14.
Okay, so the dust-up began on the second-to-last possession,
exactly.
right, for OKC. When Shai pulled up for three, it looked like Andre Jackson might have backhanded him in the groin area. Hartenstein took exception with that, and then when they came down on the Giannis possession where he hit the deck and they called timeout, Hartenstein then challenged Andre Jackson verbally.
SGA went around the screen on the previous possession, and ironically, it was Hartenstein setting the screen on Andre Jackson. When Jackson finally got over the top, he swatted at SGA, appeared he hit him in the groin, and Hartenstein was upset there was no call. That's why those two went at each other.
They dump it into Giannis in the low post. He gets a cutting Brook Lopez. Easy basket there.
The big
Milwaukee
bigs,
with a 3-point
that's
lead.
the third consecutive of the last 5 field goals, a big lob pass from either Brook to Giannis or vice versa.
Well, that's their inherent advantage. There's no question about that. And we got a foul here. This one looks to be on Taurean Prince on a screen, as he got caught up in the wash.
Taurean Prince is not a small guy, but it's hard to believe he could knock Lou Dort down. Again, that free throw advantage coming back, George. They've been in the bonus since the 4-minute mark.
Yep, they've got 14 attempts, 11 of 14, and going there for 2 more with Lou Dort. They're trailing by 3, 49-46. Milwaukee leading OKC, 1:34 to go in the second.
Yeah, the Bucks have only attempted 9 free throws so far. That was free throw number 15 for OKC. We mentioned they're number 1 in the league. They're up to 12 for 15 now. 80%. They're getting right at their average.
But to your point, to start this one, the Bucks are 7 of 17 from 3, 41%. OKC only 1 of 14. The Bucks should have a bigger lead here in this scenario.
Well, again, they're turning the ball. They have 7 turnovers. It's only led to 7 points, but 7 turnovers gives you extra possession.
Yeah.
You got 41 field goal attempts for the Bucks to 40 for OKC because of those turnovers.
So 1-point ball game as Dort gets both free throws. Milwaukee leading 49-48. Giannis drives to the free throw line extended. Bounce pass to Lopez. Lopez with a hook shot. Gets it to fall.
Another big. Giannis to Brook inside.
Brook with 7 points. 51-48. Milwaukee. Caruso driving. Bounce pass to Hartenstein. Kicks it to the left wing to Jaylen Williams. He steps in from 20 feet. Gets it to fall.
Good defense, better offense. Good patience there by OKC.
51-50 Milwaukee, under a minute to go.
OKC staying with Caruso on Giannis. That's to stop the penetration, but he's been overpowering him.
Giannis in the baseline dumps it to Andre Jackson, but a foul on the play.
Only their 4th. That free throw advantage has really helped OKC in this quarter. That's first in the last 2 minutes, so Bucks going to have to inbound the ball.
OKC wants a travel on Giannis, as they were not happy with him shifting his feet, allegedly.
So everybody wants travels on Giannis every time he has the ball. And they're right a good deal at a time.
Yeah. 50 seconds left, 14 seconds on the shot clock. Lillard to inbound to our left.
They've been very successful, the Bucks, with Lopez and Giannis. High-low action.
Giannis on the left wing, guarded by Caruso. 7 seconds on the shot clock. To the corner to Jackson. He lets it go. Short, rebound, Shai.
He's open for a reason. He's making his threes, but again, he's yet to establish he's a reliable three-point shooter.
SGA at the top gets the screen, heading downhill to the corner to Caruso for 3. Caruso can't get the bounce. Tipped out by Wallace. Ball hits the floor. Hartenstein comes up with it, gets it to Jaylen Williams on the left wing. 10 seconds on the shot clock. 5-second differential. Game clock, shot clock. Shai up top. Gets it from Williams. He fires. No good. Rebound Giannis. 7 seconds to go in the half. Giannis crosses the timeline. Headed downhill. And he travels. As he tried to get it to Lopez, he absolutely shifted his feet. 2.5 seconds to go in the half.
Yeah, it was a little out of control. They had the ball with a chance to get the last shot of the half. Instead, with 2.5 seconds, that's going to go to OKC right now. They should try and throw a long pass to Hartenstein. They inbound in the backcourt. It's going to end up being a half-court shot.
8th turnover for Milwaukee. Caruso to inbound to our left in the backcourt. Gets it to Hartenstein at the logo. He bounce passes it to Williams. He launches it short, and it wouldn't have counted anyway. It was late regardless.
Well, it would have been a fitting ending to the half if it had been a shot, because all the threes that OKC's taken for the most part have clanged.
1 of 17 for OKC from 3. But nonetheless, at the moment, it's the Milwaukee Bucks leading by 1, 51-50 here as we head to the half. Now let's send it to Kevin Winter in the studio with the AutoZone halftime report.
AutoZone again in the zone. AutoZone, Georgia PJ, great job at the first half. Milwaukee with a 1-point lead. Close game, very entertaining first half matchup between the Bucks and the Thunder as we get to crown a champion here at the Emirates NBA Cup. Coming up on the AutoZone halftime report, we take a trip around the NBA. LeBron James, is it time? Is Father Time winning that battle? He always will win, but is now the time. Plus, new format for this year's All-Star Game. We'll hear from Shams Charania. At the half in Las Vegas, the Bucks with a 1-point lead at 51-50. Send you to the AutoZone halftime report. This is the Emirates NBA Cup on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
If you're a maintenance supervisor for a commercial property, you've had to deal with everything from leaky faucets to flickering light bulbs. But nothing's worse than that ancient boiler that's lived in the building since the day it was built, 50 years ago. It's enough to make anyone lose their cool. That's where Grainger comes in. With industrial-grade products and dependable fast delivery, Grainger can help with any challenge, from worn-out components to everyday necessities. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hi, I'm Jason Alexander. Or as you probably know me, Royal Flusher 25 from WSOP, free-to-play app.
Poker tips with Jason.
Avoid making ego-based decisions. Like, you know you should fold, but you just can't let someone like Ian win. Always bragging about his precious infinity pool. You just can't help but going all in. Full house.
I peed in your pool.
If you love poker, play poker on the WSOP free-to-play app. Download now.
What would you do if your online store converted 36% more shoppers? You could take 36% more vacation.
Another pina colada? Yes, please.
Open a new retail location with 36% more square feet.
Fantastic.
Hire 36% more help.
You're hired and you're hired.
Shopify has the world's best converting checkout, up to 36% better than other e-commerce platforms. What you do with those extra sales is up to you. Switch to Shopify today at shopify.com/play and get a $1 trial. Shopify.com/play.
Whether you're a 9-to-5 commuter in the carpool lane, a sports car enthusiast, or a loving dad who has to drive a minivan full of pop-shrieking tweens to a concert, you want quality tires that perform in any situation. You want your car to wear Coopers. Because there are plenty of twists, turns, terrains, and tweens who may or may not know what an indoor voice is. That's why Cooper tires are what millions of Americans depend on. Great quality, great reliability, great performance. That's why my car wears Coopers. Cooper tires, trusted since 1914.
You're listening to the Emirates NBA Cup on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Inbounded near the Bucks bench to the corner to Taurean Prince. He throws it up for Giannis. A two-hand flush on the alley-oop for Antetokounmpo, and the Bucks are within one.
Lobs to Giannis often turn out very good for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Great way to get an assist, too. Giannis, 14 points in that opening half. Damian Lillard's got 12. Bucks trailed by as many as 7. They lead by 1. It's set for the second half, plus a trip around the NBA. It's all coming up next. You're listening to the Emirates NBA Cup on ESPN Radio, the ESPN app.
Harry Douglas here, and if you're constantly on the go like I am, then earbuds are a priority. That's why you need Technique's new noise-canceling AZ80s. Like you, these buds work as hard as they play. You'll get Technique's legendary high-res audio, along with state-of-the-art noise cancellation, so you can stay in your zone. Visit us.techniques.com/sports for special holiday deals on the AZ80s today. That's us.technics.com/sports.
We're brought to you by Allstate. Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like how you check that you've got your tickets first before heading to the game. Or like how you check you've downloaded the latest episodes of your favorite podcasts before hitting the road. Checking first is smart, and it's easy. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. Because with Allstate, you get reliable coverage and great protection. And while both can save a football game, they can also save your wallet. Visit Allstate.com or call a local agent today to see how much you can save. You're in good hands with Allstate. Potential savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
This is an ad by BetterHelp. What's your perfect night? Is it curling up on the couch for a cozy, peaceful night in? Therapy can feel a bit like that. Your comfort place where you replenish your energy. With BetterHelp, get matched with a therapist based on your needs, entirely online. It's convenient and suited to your schedule. Find comfort this season with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/teamwork to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/teamwork.
Ryan Reynolds here for, I guess, my 100th Mint commercial. No, don't. I mean, honestly, when I started this, I thought I only have to do like 4 of these. I mean, it's unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month. How are there still people paying 2 or 3 times that much? I'm sorry, I shouldn't be victim blaming here. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/save whenever you're ready.
$45 upfront payment equivalent to $15 per month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Taxes and fees extra. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes. See details.
Every fan knows the right player in the right position can be a game changer. Put LifeLock between your identity and identity thieves to monitor and alert you to threats you could miss. Plus, with a U.S.-based restoration specialist on your team, you won't have to face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or other losses from identity theft alone. All backed by the LifeLock $1 Million Protection Package. Change the game on identity theft. Save up to 40% your first year at LifeLock.com/sports.
Football fans, picture this. You bet on your favorite player to score the first touchdown. He throws a block and his teammate scores instead. With BetMGM's Second Chance promotion, you'll get your stake back if your first TD scorer scores second. Bet on any pro football player to score the first touchdown of the game. If you're right, you win. If your player scores second, you get your stake back in cash. With BetMGM's Second Chance promotion, you have a chance to keep the fun going after the first player crosses the goal line. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to gamble responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. This U.S. promotional offer not available in Mississippi, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. For New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For Arizona, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. For Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, 1-800-BETS-OFF. For Puerto Rico, 1-800-981-0023. Subject to eligibility requirements in partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
This is the Emirates NBA Cup on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
I'm Kevin Winter inside our Granger studio with the AutoZone halftime report. Bucks with a 1-point lead over the Thunder. This game's been pretty much played inside of a phone booth. The entire NBA, outside of Milwaukee and the Thunder, have the night off. The entire NBA, including Milwaukee and Oklahoma City, will be off tomorrow night. Action resumes on Thursday. Last night, LeBron James returned for the Los Angeles Lakers, 18 points in a 4-point win over Memphis. Question posed to Bob Myers, ESPN NBA analyst, earlier as Father Time, catching up with the legend.
You know, I want to answer yes, but at the same time, be very careful because he's 40 years old.
Yes.
I thought it would have caught up 4 years ago. So if it has, wow, you know, that's, to make it to 40 in the NBA is extremely rare, if ever. I mean, you look at the statistics, and there's no one that's done what he's doing at all. I just think they're realizing that they just have to pick their spots more for the first time, or maybe he's realizing that. I don't say that critically, but you just can't expect him to shoulder the load that he has over the last couple of years with the size and skill that he still maintains. But the stamina, right? How do you maintain the stamina in a league that has never played faster, that has never shot more threes? And the difference between that and whether it's 1990s, 1980s, early 2000s basketball is extreme. And so what we ask players to do as far as covering the court is a lot, more than we've ever had. And so you ask a 40-year-old to do that, it's going to be unbelievably difficult. Buddy, looks like he took a few days, which, again, fine. And hopefully he comes back strong.
We'll see what happens. LeBron James did have some time away from the Lakers, returned for the 4-point win over Memphis. Meanwhile, LeBron likely headed to the All-Star game again, but this year there's going to be a new format, the All-Star game. ESPN Shams Charania.
It's a 4-team tournament, a first of its kind. It's going to be 3 All-Star teams, 8 players each, and then the winner of the Rising Stars game, which is played on Friday night, made up of mostly sophomores and rookies of the NBA. And it's something that the league and the players, the general managers across the NBA, they all have been discussing this for the last several months. Really, when you go back to July is when I heard there were some really extensive meetings going on, figuring out how to bring competitiveness back to the All-Star game. And obviously last year was a disappointment for everyone. Adam Silver publicly and privately felt like the game had taken a major, major step back. So they feel like this could be something that brings the competitiveness back, kind of having a round-robin, quick burst tournament style action, and they did raise the prize money as well this year. So we'll see. It's going to be dependent on how the players respond and react to their competitiveness.
The way it worked out last year was just an absolute bonkers game. The East went over 200 points. And if you recall, Adam Silver, not exactly thrilled at that one. All-Star game will be in San Francisco this year at the Chase Center. Kevin Winter with you. That'll do it for us on the AutoZone Halftime Report. Coming up, can the Bucks maintain and hold up the Thunder for the title, or will OKC capture a crown? Find out next. This is the Emirates NBA Cup Championship game on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
This holiday season, make Champs Sports your go-to destination for head-to-toe sports style. Whether you're shopping for family, friends, or yourself, we've got the perfect gifts to fit everyone's style. From trendy sneakers to cozy fleece, our collection is inspired by sport and designed for everyday life. And don't miss our exciting Sport for Life campaign, out now. Make this holiday unforgettable with gifts for the entire family. Shop your local Champs Sports store or champsports.com. Champs Sports, sport for life.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football. It's a pepper thing.
He's outrageous and usually off base, I might add, but I love him anyways. That's why I sit across from the Mad Dog, Christopher Mad Dog Russo, every Wednesday to set him straight. First Take starts at 10 a.m. Eastern on ESPN.
It's bowl season on ESPN Radio. 25 bowl games, including the college football playoff and national championship game.
Intercepted! The electricity, the atmosphere. Goes back, shoulder, touchdown!
What a resilient performance.
Bowl season continues tomorrow at 5:30 Eastern with the Boca Raton Bowl, followed by the Artist Sport LA Bowl.
It's the beauty of college football.
On ESPN Radio and on ESPN.
The 12-team college football playoff kicks off from iconic campus stadiums for the first time.
A new chapter to be written.
Friday night, 10th seed Indiana takes on 7th seed Notre Dame in South Bend. Then Saturday night, 9th seed Tennessee clashes with 8th seed Ohio State at the Shoe. The college football playoff first round presented by Allstate. Friday and Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern on ESPN and ABC.
Can't kill a man that was born to be born again.
Listening to the Emirates NBA Cup on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
I'm Kevin Mitchell. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You are listening to the championship game of the Emirates NBA Cup on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app. So if you're Oklahoma City head coach Mark Daniel, you're probably not happy, but you are. Team went 1 of 17 from beyond the arc, and yet you're only down 1. Sub second half in Las Vegas with PJ Carlissimo. Here's George Sedano.
Thank you, Kevin. And the story in this one, PJ, is Milwaukee has a 1-point lead on the backs of Giannis and Dame. No surprise. Meanwhile, OKC is only down 1, and they're 1 of 17 from downtown.
Well, they're doing a good job with the 2-point shooting. Turnovers have helped them. 8 turnovers for the Bucks, only 3 for OKC. Free throw line's been huge, George. 13 free throws, 13 for 16 OKC, 6 for 9 only from the Bucks. Second quarter, Milwaukee did a better job in the paint. They closed that gap to 26-20, but they trail in almost every other court, especially points. 9-3 fast break points, 26-20 paint points, 7-3 points off turnovers. So they're losing all those other battles, but the Milwaukee three-point shooting is keeping them in it. And so far, OKC has not been able to solve Giannis and Dame. Not that anybody else has, but those two were responsible for 44 of the 51 points the Bucks have scored, either scoring or assist-wise. So we thought the dynamic duo might keep them in the game. They'll be able to if OKC stays as cold. Don't forget on Saturday against Houston, OKC came back and shot 9 for 12 in the second half.
They did. They lit it up. And 1 of 17 is the lowest total of the half for OKC from beyond the arc. Giannis gets the ball here on the right elbow, flings it to the left wing for 3 for Taurean Prince. Another 3 for Milwaukee.
Same way it started out, Taurean Prince with a 3. Not only a bad half for OKC. There's only been 2 worse halves in the entire NBA so far this year.
Jaylen Williams has one bounce off his foot into Giannis's hands. Giannis gets it to Dame. Left wing 3 on the way is good. Another 3-pointer for the Milwaukee Bucks. Damian Lillard with 15-pointers, his third three of the game.
Well, there's your answer of whether the Bucks are going to stay in the game with their three-point shooting back-to-back.
57-50. Milwaukee leading. Hartenstein goes up, loses the ball because Giannis met him at the summit. They get it to Jaylen Williams from beyond the arc, and he shoots it and connects. Only the second three-pointer for OKC in the game. 57-53 Milwaukee. Dame on the right wing. Hands it off to Andre Jackson. Now down to Giannis on the right elbow. Guarded by Jaylen Williams. He jab steps. Loses the ball. Jaylen Williams picks his pocket and gets fouled by Giannis as he tries to swing it to Dort.
Well, Giannis was being guarded. Jaylen Williams right in front of him, and Giannis held the ball down between his legs right in front of Jaylen Williams. Jaylen Williams just reached down and took it away, and then when they were fighting for the loose ball, he grabbed him. So a turnover. The good news is it was a dead ball turnover. They had to take the ball out of bounds, so at least they didn't get a fast break opportunity.
Third foul on Giannis. So it's 57-53, Milwaukee leading OKC, 10:35 to go in the third. Hartenstein on the right wing, looking for an outlet, gets it to Isaiah Joe. He bounces it behind his back. Isaiah Joe on the left elbow, gets it to Hartenstein on the right elbow. Push shot is no good.
That was above the free throw line, though. Not as close as he was getting him in the first half. That's his first miss, George, I think.
It is his first miss. Dame kicks it to the corner to Prince. Off the heel, no good. Rebounded Dort. He gets it to Shai.
Milwaukee's getting good looks.
Shai pulls up, right wing three. Too strong. Rebound Antetokounmpo.
4 for 14. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to start.
Giannis on the right wing, backing down. Jaylen Williams into the post. Goes up strong. Flips it up and in. Giannis with another basket. 59-53 Milwaukee.
Mark Dagnall's seen enough. He's got a timeout. There were 3 orange-clad jerseys around Giannis. They're all smaller. Didn't make any difference. He just finger rolled it in like Dipper Dunk used to do.
14 points for Giannis. So with 9:54 left here in the third quarter, Milwaukee with a 6-point lead, 59-53 over OKC. You're listening to the 2024 Emirates NBA Cup Championship on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
And we're back. It's the 2024 Holiday Gift Bowl at the Johnson's house.
That's exactly right. The moment could not be bigger. What will Peter Johnson give?
They're unwrapping it. And wow! Tommy John!
Unbelievable gift! Tommy John!
Diane loves it!
Tommy John pajamas! These could go on right now! Yes!
That's the game. Let's go to Pete.
Peter, with Tommy John, you are the GOAT, greatest gifter of all time. What were you thinking?
I just wanted to go out there and give 100% of my family Tommy John.
How'd you know it'd work?
I was wearing Tommy John when I was shopping, so I knew I could do everything better.
You're in the Greatest Gifter Hall of Fame now. What's that mean?
Owe it all to Tommy John. With their best pair you'll ever wear or it's free guarantee, they're the real MVP.
Hurry to TommyJohn.com/stream for your last-minute gifts and save 40% site-wide. Score 40% off at TommyJohn.com/stream. See site for details.
What's up, y'all? It's Joe Budden, here to talk about Prize Picks. Football season is heating up, and Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action while watching football. With over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings, Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. The app is really simple to use. Pick 2 or more players across any sport, pick more or less on their projection, and you could win real cash on your lineup. Prize Picks even invented the flex play, so you can still cash out if one of your picks doesn't hit. On Prize Picks, you can mix and match players from different sports. Real money sports action while watching football.
Download the Prize Picks daily fantasy app today and use code OT and get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code OT on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks. Run your game. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
You're listening to the Emirates NBA Cup on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Welcome back to T-Mobile Arena. George Sedano, PJ Carlissimo with you here. The Bucks leading 59-53 with 9:54 to go in the third. And the Bucks' three-point shooting remains hot, PJ. Was your biggest key to the game for them to stay in it. They've been shooting well from the outside.
Well, they are, but they're getting good looks, too. All 3 so far this half were good threes. Dame made one. Taurean Prince got 2 looks. You're talking 2 of the best three-point shooters in the league. OKC, defensively, they're the best in the league, but they've not solved the three-point shooting of Milwaukee, and they really haven't solved Giannis. Giannis has, along with his 16 points, he's got 7 assists. Yep. He does have 3 turnovers. They've gotten it out of his hands a couple of times, but OKC's defense not controlling the game as much as I thought they might.
9 of 21 from 3, 43% for Milwaukee. Shai kicks it to the corner to Dort, who drives baseline, dumps it off to Hartenstein, a turnover. Giannis going the other direction.
Good help by the Bucks inside.
Giannis lowers the shoulder, loses the ball, but a blocking foul on Jaylen Williams, it looks like.
Isaiah Joe's the one that reacted. I don't know who they called it on.
It is on Jaylen Williams. That's his second personal.
Not only the first team foul? Okay, only the first.
As you hear the audience behind us, the Milwaukee fan wants it to be a shooting foul, except for the fan, he didn't throw the ball up yet, so there was that. Damian Lillard to inbound across from us, near the OKC bench, gets it to Antetokounmpo on the left wing. Giannis hands it off to Taurean Prince, driving towards the sideline, gets it to Giannis in the mid-post, guarded by Jaylen Williams. Giannis backing him down, goes up, loses the ball, and the ball batted around. Giannis tries to get it back, but Dort hits the ground. Now Giannis hits the ground over him. Dort ripping it away. Still no call as Brook Lopez gets in the fray.
Giannis.
And Dort is upset, saying, wait a second.
George, excuse me.
How many guys are going to jump on me before you call a tie-up?
Giannis is really fortunate he didn't get his 4th foul. You mentioned he had 3. He dove right on top of Lou Dort.
Technical on Dort. And by the way, I know that he deserved the tech for the way he went at the official, but he had a gripe.
Without question. But again, he said he's a football player. He was the first one down. He was on the grass, and the guys got on top of him trying to get the fumble. That could have been foul 4 on Giannis very, very easily. When this is done, do we have a jump ball? Was that the final call, jump ball? We have a tech for sure.
Yeah. As Lou Dort is still going to Justin Van Dyne to try to plead his case. No, Lillard is going to the free throw line.
Oh, that's a technical.
Yeah. But we have... I still don't know if we have a jump ball because it's not confirmed at the moment.
I think it is. Giannis might be bleeding. He's over with Scott Faust, the Milwaukee trainer. He's got a towel to his face. I think Giannis, when he dove on the floor, and then people dove on him also.
Right, Brook Lopez came in and jumped on top of him.
He might be looking with a little bit of blood.
Little friendly fire. And he's teeing up Mark Daigneault now, Josh Tibbin. So Dame is going to shoot another free throw as he made the first.
I really thought before they inbounded the ball last time that I was going to say Mark Daigneault is really after Josh Tibbin, and I think he went one more sentence, and that was enough.
And by the way, Josh Tibbin, when you mentioned as Dame hits the free throw, the technical free throw, it's now an 8-point lead, 61-53 here in the third. Josh Tibbin did signal, as you were talking about Giannis going to the sideline to check his face for blood, that it is going to be a jump ball.
Yep, and look at it. It's if those are the right two, it's Brook Lopez against Lou Dort. I thought it would have been Giannis against Lou Dort, although
Dort ripped it away.
Loose from the original one.
Dort had ripped it away from Giannis.
This happens in the NBA too much. Obviously, they don't have these in college. You got to control his tap, Brook Lopez.
He does, and he gets it to Giannis, who hands it off to Dame, who fires from way downtown and connects. Damian Lillard, his 4th three-pointer of the game, has 20 points, and the lead extends to 11 for Milwaukee.
The three-point machine from the Midwest is doing it tonight.
Jaylen Williams into traffic, throws it up, no good. Rebound Giannis. Giannis coming up on the right wing, Dort guarding him. Hands it off to Lillard. Lillard fires again. No good, short on that one.
Good look off the handoff.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander on the left wing, pulls up from the free throw line, extended, and gets that one to fall. And he ends the drought.
Exactly what your best players should do when things are going the other way. Steps up and says, that's enough.
64-55, Milwaukee, 8:20 to go in the third. Giannis on the right wing, guarded by Jaylen Williams. Gets it to Damian Lillard, back to Giannis on the baseline. Bounce pass to Lopez, no good. Giannis does get it back. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Giannis backing down, throws it up, and gets bailed out. gets bailed out as he hits the deck. And he's going to go to the free throw line. The OKC Thunder wanted a travel.
He did, but I think he got grabbed. Josh Tibbin had the call from right in front of us in the slot. Good time to mention, George, the Milwaukee Bucks have won 8 of the last 10 games against the OKC Thunder. And last year they split. And remember, we talked to Mark Daigneault yesterday. They lost the game in OKC, but neither Giannis nor Dame played in April. In March, they beat him up pretty good.
Yeah, 119-93.
And Mark Daigneault made the point to us, kind of was a message like, hey, you guys are really going good, but you're going to have to play better to beat the elite teams. And he thought that was really kind of a turning point for his OKC team. So this is no surprise that the Bucks have been a problem for the OKC Thunder.
He, no question, thought it was a litmus test. Then in the offseason, obviously they go and they get more physical with Caruso and Hartenstein. So OKC sending their 2 players to the backcourt, or checked out the front court. But Giannis gets the free throw to fall.
Night and day difference. That slows the fast break down if Giannis can make the free throw.
14-5 start for Milwaukee here in the third. They lead by 10. Under 8 to go in the third. Jaylen Williams drives into the paint. No good on the layup. And it's out of bounds. It'll be Milwaukee ball.
Refs letting him play. There could have been a foul on Jaylen Williams on the shot. There could have been an over-the-top on Isaiah Hartenstein going for the rebound. They're letting him play.
It has been very physical, no doubt. That certainly favors Milwaukee with their size, you would imagine.
Well, except that the better defensive team is OKC.
They kick it to the corner to Jackson for 3. No good. Lillard with a great pass as Jackson was wide open. But as you like to say, PJ, was open for a reason.
Well, but he's shooting 38% for the year, but he's 0 for 3 tonight. SGA overpowers Jackson, goes right to the rim. 2 big buckets for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Now it's Doc Rivers talking to Josh Tibbin.
Yeah, Shai now 6 of 16, 14 points. Giannis on the left wing, now at the elbow. Looking for an outlet, gets it to Taurean Prince. Back to Giannis on the roll. Giannis goes up and tips it into himself. He can't do that. You're right. It did not hit the rim.
Signal that the shot was blocked.
Oh,
if
it was
it's
blocked?
a block, that's what he said.
It didn't look that way from here, but...
Oh, here we go.
And we got another foul.
Doc's going to get a tech in a second. He's having, I'm going to call it an animated discussion with Carl Lane.
So the foul is on Taurean Prince.
Shai did push off. We're watching the replay of Shai's last play.
Oh, yeah.
He wiped Brook Lopez out with his right forearm.
So they get it to Shai at the logo. Shai on Jackson. Screen from Hartenstein. Shai goes around it, bounce pass to Hartenstein. Push shot from the free throw line is short. Rebound Lopez. That shot was falling in the first half. Not so much right now. Giannis throws it up for Lopez, but hits the rim.
It was a lob to Brook, who was behind the defense. He just threw it too far. Got a lot of tired players out there. This game's very physical. Teams are going to have, both coaches are going to have to go to their bench shortly.
Fires for 3. He's short. Rebound Giannis.
Look at all the players, how tired they are.
Yeah. Giannis bringing it across the timeline.
Doc sees it too. He wants
a timeout. He's literally on the floor at the logo almost.
He's upset. Justin Van Dyne was on the other end of the floor. Couldn't hear him. There's a big crowd here right now. But I think he saw that. There's no question we had a bunch of tired. Oh, yeah.
And Mark Daigneault is still talking about the Lou Dort play with Josh Tibbin.
Josh Tibbin just put the whistle in his mouth. That was telling Mark Daigneault in a nice way. That's enough. You're going to get your second one and be out of here.
So 67-57. Daigneault already with a technical. Bucks leading the OKC Thunder with 6:19 to go in the third. This is the 2024 Emirates NBA Cup Championship on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Whether you're a 9-to-5 commuter in the carpool lane, a sports car enthusiast, or a loving dad who has to drive the minivan full of pop-shrieking tweens to a concert, you want quality tires that perform in any situation. You want your car to wear Coopers. Because there are plenty of twists, turns, terrains, and tweens who may or may not know what an indoor voice is. That's why Cooper tires are what millions of Americans depend on. Great quality, great reliability, great performance. That's why my car wears Coopers. Cooper tires, trusted since 1914.
Harry Douglas here. Say goodbye to bulky, clunky shavers that clutter your bathroom. Not only do you get an incredible shave, Panasonic's Palm Razor has a sleek, elegant design that adds a touch of sophistication to your bathroom. It also conveniently charges with a USB cord. Visit shop.panasonic.com/sports to shop for the palm raiser. Use promo code Harry for 10% off exclusively for ESPN radio listeners. That's shop.panasonic.com/sports, promo code Harry.
Every fan knows the right player in the right position can be a game changer. Put LifeLock between your identity and identity thieves to monitor and alert you to threats you could miss. Plus, with a U.S.-based restoration specialist on your team, you won't have to face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or other losses from identity theft alone. All backed by the LifeLock $1 Million Protection Package. Change the game on identity theft. Save up to 40% your first year at LifeLock.com/sports.
This holiday season, make Champ Sports your go-to destination for head-to-toe sports style. Whether you're shopping for family, friends, or yourself, we've got the perfect gifts to fit everyone's style. From trendy sneakers to cozy fleece, our collection is inspired by sport and designed for everyday life. And don't miss our exciting Sport for Life campaign, out now. Make this holiday unforgettable with gifts for the entire family. Shop your local Champ Sports store or champsports.com. Champ Sports, sport for life.
I'm Kevin Richard with the Emirates NBA Cup on ESPN Radio. Time now for tonight's trivia question brought to you by Dr. Pepper. Giannis and Dame are one of two teammates who are each averaging over 25 points per game this season. There's only one other set. Your Dr. Pepper trivia question: who are the other teammates who are averaging over 25 points per game? It's not bowl season without the delicious taste of an ice cold Dr. Pepper. College football, it's a Pepper thing. George, PJ, back to you in Vegas.
I will say Luka and Kyrie, or like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, could be averaging over 25.
Well, the fact that K-Dub asked the question,
it's gotta be the Celtics.
You probably should go with Boston.
Yeah, it'll be the Celtics.
I don't want to say that.
Yeah, no, you can say it because it's true. George Sedano, PJ Colissimo back with you here. Emirates NBA Cup. Bucks with the ball as they lead by 10 here in the third quarter. Lillard up top, guarded by Caruso, drives into the paint, kicks it to the corner. Andre Jackson lets it fly. No good. Bounced around and batted around. Lopez trying to get it. He does corral it. Gets it to Taurean Prince, who drives off the glass. Too strong. Giannis with the rebound. He goes back up and gets it to fall. So a 12-point lead.
Milwaukee's a very poor offensive rebounding team, which is unfortunate because OKC's the poorest in the league at defensive rebounding, but it's not something the Bucks normally do well.
Shai misses on the other end, but gets it back. Three-pointer on the way from the corner is good for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And that's only the third three-pointer for OKC tonight. 3 for 21.
And not surprisingly, it comes off an offensive rebounding. Offensive board, excuse me, George.
69-60 Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo up top. Bounce pass to Jackson. They fling it across the court to Lopez. Lopez on the right wing, guarded by Caruso. Gets it to Giannis now. Giannis on the right wing, guarded by Kenrich Williams. Loses it for a second. 1 second on the shot clock. And he throws it off the glass. It'll be a 24-second shot clock violation.
That possession was going nowhere. Brook dribbled into the corner, wanted a dribble handoff with Dame. And Dame kind of pushed him back. And Doc's telling Dame, you have to come out. We wanted you to have the ball, not Brook.
So a little over 5 minutes to go. 9-point ball game. Milwaukee leading. 5 minutes to go in the third. Shai kicks it to the corner. Wide open. Kenrich Williams for three. No good. Caruso goes up, but Giannis steals it away. 13th rebound for Giannis. He's got 21 points. Lillard on the other end on the left wing. Drives. Kicks it back to Giannis at the free throw line extended. Guarded by Caruso. Giannis tries, but a foul on the floor as they are absolutely grabbing at Giannis as he's trying to drive.
Yeah, he's getting a little frustrated. That's team foul number 3, though, already this quarter against OKC. Here comes some fresh faces for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yeah, Portis and A.J. Green come in for Taurean Prince and Brook Lopez. So this lineup, in theory, could be more helpful for OKC because Lopez has done a great job of just kind of getting and batting the ball around. They get it into Portis up top. Kenrich Williams guarding him. Hands it off to Dame. Dame looking for an outlet. Ball gets batted. OKC intercepts it. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander going the other way. Goes up Euro step and gets fouled.
I mean, a second or a second and a half after you turn the ball over, OKC's running it right down your throat. They are so good in converting off turnovers. They're a good fast break team, period. one of the best in the entire league, but particularly when you turn the ball over, they just go. They're number one in points off opponent turnovers.
So Shai hits the first free throw. And Shai's starting to settle in a little bit here in the third quarter. Lillard picks up the foul there after the turnover. So Gilgeous-Alexander gets both free throws. It's a 7-point ball game with 4:35 to go in the third. Milwaukee with the lead. Lillard on the other end. Hands it off to Jackson. Bounce pass into Antetokounmpo. Almost stolen by Caruso. Giannis hands off to Dame.
See, there's that dribble handoff that they wanted last possession.
They swing it to the corner to Portis for three. No good. Rebound Caruso. Caruso off the far sideline. Gets into the paint. Flips it to Williams, but he can't handle it. Giannis going the other way. In transition. Goes up. Gets his own rebound. And the Thunder are saying, wait, did it hit the rim? That might have been twice. At least the first time there was a block. This time, I don't know. I couldn't tell if it hit the rim.
Josh Tibbins asking Carl Lane if that's what happened. Carl Lane shook his head, didn't see it. Mark Daigneault's looking at his bench again.
It did not. It did not hit the rim on the replay we're seeing on ABC.
No question there was a foul.
But after the foul.
Yeah, and again, you can't challenge something that wasn't called. You know,
correct.
So there was nothing really Mark Daigneault could do. Doc's asking Josh Tibbins. They said they're grabbing my guy every time. He's saying that Giannis is getting fouled every time he has the ball.
So the foul is on Shai. Giannis misses the free throw. That's Shai's second personal. So Pat Connaughton checks in for the Bucks.
And we talked about how free throw shooting is helping OKC. They're 15 for 18. That's over 83%.
And Daigneault sends his guys back into the front court, Wallace and Gilgeous-Alexander.
Bucks, meanwhile, continue to struggle. 9 for 14. That's 64%.
Giannis misses another one.
15.
Jaylen Williams with the rebound. Coming up the near sideline on A.J. Green. Euro step. Kicks it back out to Caruso up top.
That should have been intercepted.
They get it to Kenrich Williams, tries baseline, finds a cutting case, and Wallace goes high on a push shot over Giannis and gets it to fall.
Well, he made that look easy. That was a tough shot over the Greek Freak.
69-64 Milwaukee. Giannis the other way. Gets it to Portis.
They need Bobby Portis to step up. He's been relatively quiet, George.
And he's got it in the mid-post now on Case and Wallace. Double comes. He flips it to Jackson. Jackson flips it up. No good. Rebound batted around. Comes down to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Andre Jackson 1 for 6, 0 for 4 from the three-point line.
Shai drives. Fade away from the baseline. No good. Rebound Giannis.
It's his 15th rebound so far, Georgie.
Giannis kicks it to Connaughton to the corner to A.J. Green. Good defense by Jaylen Williams. They fling it across at the top to Giannis. Giannis, left-hand dribble. Loses his dribble. Portis there to pick it up. Gets it back to Giannis in the mid-post. Drives baseline. Might have got away with a push. Gets the hoop and the harm. Giannis will go to the free throw line.
Giannis may have a triple-double before this quarter's over. He's sitting on 23 points, 15 rebounds, 8 assists.
OKC wanted him to get called for a hook. I don't think it was a hook.
Yeah, that was a little bit late. He reached out with his arm, but he didn't use it to gain an advantage. What he needs to do is make some free throws right here.
Giannis at the free throw line, 3 for 8. The Bucks had missed 6 straight shots before that Giannis made.
Seated to our left is Thanasis Antetokounmpo in street clothes. Not a lot of that Thanasis can do to help his brother.
So 71-74 Bucks looking to extend that lead. Giannis gets it. So 72-64, 8-point lead for Milwaukee. Under 3 to go in the third.
2:50 to go, you just mentioned, and 5 team fouls already on OKC.
OKC has the ball in Shai's hands. He's going downhill, bumps into Bobby Portis. He'll shoot it from the left elbow. No good. Rebound batted out to Caruso. He hands it off to Kenrich Williams, who misses it badly underneath the rim.
Really good pass.
Giannis going the other way on the left wing to Bobby Portis. Portis drives, kicks it to the corner to Connaughton, to Green on the right wing. He lets it fly, in and out. Wow. Rebound Kenrich Williams.
Another halfway down and out.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander going the other way at the free throw line. Kenrich Williams now has it. Straight on 3 is no good. Rebound Portis. He hands it off to Giannis.
3 for 23 from the three-point line for the OKC Thunder.
Giannis, guarded by Hartenstein on the right wing. Giannis looks winded.
He's tired. There's no question.
He spins into the paint and gets fouled by Hartenstein. That's an easy call.
OKC's not happy with the whistle at all. And you know, there's been a couple calls. I think they have a point. But, Georgie, we talked about it at halftime. They've had no answer. Not that there's a simple answer for Giannis Antetokounmpo, but playing him with the smaller guy and trying to help out on the penetration hasn't paid dividends yet for OKC. Maybe if Giannis is exhausted in the fourth quarter, it will help them.
You would imagine Giannis will get a break to start the fourth.
They're going to get him out, I think, as soon as there's a whistle.
Well, yeah, because
after the free throw.
Yeah, because Dame and Brook are getting ready to check in. A.J. Mitchell also getting ready to check in for OKC. Giannis gets the first free throw. So Mitchell comes in for Kenrich Williams. A.J. Mitchell played pretty well in his minutes earlier in the game.
A.J. Mitchell does not play like a rookie. He's very confident. He'll stroke it. He's been a very good addition. He's a two-way player in addition to being a rookie.
Yep.
He's been a rotation player for OKC.
Yep. Originally from Belgium. Played at UC Santa Barbara. Giannis gets both free throws.
OKC, along with the Portland Trailblazers, most international players on their roster. They have 7. Bucks have 1. I think you might figure out who it is.
Yeah, Giannis with 26, 10-point lead for the Bucks. Hartenstein on the right wing, hands it off to A.J. Mitchell. Mitchell guarded by Green. Spins the other way, drives into the paint, kicks it to Caruso on the left wing, who now drives to the paint. Euro step, blocked by Giannis from behind.
Hit him on the head.
Hit him on the head, so it'll be Milwaukee ball.
Giannis knocked it off Alex Caruso's head, and he heads to the sideline to get a well-earned rest.
So can Milwaukee survive the Giannis less minutes? Dame brings it up. Gets it to Bobby Portis in the mid-post.
This is Portis' time
it
right now. This is when Bobby Portis got to step up. They've got just under a minute and a half to go, and they're sitting in the bonus already. You would think it's going to be either Bobby Portis or Dame stepping up right now. A lot of offense on the floor for the Bucks. That's a very good offensive lineup they have on the floor.
10-point ball game under 90 seconds. OKC has 14 points in the quarter. Giannis has 12 by himself. A.J. Green up top looking for Lopez. Lopez with the handoff to Lillard, who fires away with 1 second on the shot clock. No good.
Bad offensive possession.
Yep. Rebound OKC. Gilgeous-Alexander at the free throw line. Stops, turns, fires to the corner. Intercepted by Gary Trent.
Good help defense by Brook Lopez.
He gets it to Portis in the corner, drives baseline, kicks it to the corner to A.J. Green. He drives, flings it, cross court to Gary Trent for a three-pointer. 77-64 Milwaukee, under a minute to go in the third.
What a good offensive lineup. Green, Gary Trent Jr., Dame, Brook Lopez, and Bobby Portis.
Largest lead of the night for Milwaukee. 1 foul to give for Milwaukee. Gilgeous-Alexander on Dame. Bounce pass into Casey Wallace underneath. And too hot on a pass to Hartenstein as he loses it. Turnover there. Dame, 6-second difference. Game clock, shot clock at the logo. Sizing up Casey Wallace.
No foul to give for OKC.
Brook Lopez sets the screen. They kick it to the left wing to Gary Trent. Dribbling between his legs, gets it back to Dame. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Dame loses it off of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's foot. So
Doc
it'll
wants a kick. Doc wanted a kick. It would have given him 14 more seconds. Now 1.6, Georgie.
Yep.
This has not been a good offensive possession for the Bucks.
They fling it into Bobby Portis. He loses it. 5 seconds left. Shai trying to cross midcourt. He's got to shoot it. He does. Off back iron. So after 3 quarters, Milwaukee extends its lead. 77-64. They outscored OKC 26-14 in the third quarter.
Giannis was excellent. The three-point shooting continues, and the Milwaukee Bucks basically dominating this game.
At the end of 3, it's Milwaukee 77, OKC 64 as we head to the fourth quarter. This is the 2024 Emirates NBA Cup Championship on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Ryan Reynolds here for Mint Mobile. You know, one of the perks about having 4 kids that you know about is actually getting a direct line to the big man up north. And this year, he wants you to know the best gift that you can give someone is the gift of Mint Mobile's unlimited wireless for $15 a month. Now, you don't even need to wrap it. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/save.
$45 upfront payment required, equivalent to $15 per month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Taxes and fees extra. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes on unlimited. See mintmobile.com for details.
Poker ASMR. Almost as much as I love playing poker, I love the sounds of poker. The chips, the cards, the hands, and of course the WSOP app sounds. If you love poker, play poker.
Download the WSOP free-to-play app and hear for yourself.
If you're a facilities manager at a university, you know students rely on the cafeteria for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and the occasional late-night snack. So when a dishwasher breaks down and dirty plates pile up, the mess hall can turn messy in the blink of an eye. Enter Grainger. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast delivery, the product you need now is never far away. So you can turn that dishwasher back into a lean, clean washing machine. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
What's up, y'all? It's Joe Budden, here to talk about Prize Picks. Football season is heating up, and Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action while watching football. With over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings, Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. The app is really simple to use. Pick 2 or more players across any sport, pick more or less on their projection, and you could win real cash on your lineup. Prize Picks even invented the flex play, so you can still cash out if one of your picks doesn't hit. On Prize Picks, you can mix and match players from different sports. Real money sports action while watching football.
Download the Prize Picks daily fantasy app today and use code OT and get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code OT on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks. Run your game. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
I'm Kevin Winter, inside our Grainger studio. What a third quarter for the Bucks.
Gets it to Giannis, who hands it off to Dame, who fires from way downtown and connects. Damian Lillard, his 4th three-pointer of the game, has 20 points, and the lead extends to 11 for Milwaukee.
Giannis with 26, Dame with 20. The answer to our Dr. Pepper trivia question, by the way, Kevin Durant and Devin Booker, the other teammates, are each averaging over 25. See? But in any event, what a dominating third quarter for Milwaukee. 77-64, they lead the Thunder. Back to T-Mobile Arena with PJ Carlissimo. Here's George Sedano.
Thank you, Kevin. Going into the fourth quarter, Milwaukee is 12-3 when they have a lead. OKC 0-3. How have we gotten here, PJ?
0-3 when they trail. I'll tell you what, this first couple minutes, don't know how long it's going to be, with Giannis on the bench could go a long way toward determining this outcome. If Milwaukee can maintain their lead, just keep it above 10 until Giannis gets back in the game, that's going to be huge, George.
We'll see how it unfolds. Jaylen Williams drives off the backboard and in for Jaylen Williams. With no Giannis, he went right into the paint.
OKC 26% from the field, 29% from 3 in the third quarter, and 6 turnovers.
11-point ball game. Milwaukee dumps it down to Bobby Portis in the mid-post. Portis back out to Gary Trent and fires from 3. Gary Trent nails another three-pointer. Trent, his second three-pointer of the game. He's got 8 points.
Going back to that, Jackson in the starting lineup, Trent off the bench.
Mitchell misses off the glass. 14-point lead for Milwaukee. Fourth quarter action here. A little over 11 minutes to go. Bobby Portis in the mid-post near us. Turn around. Air ball.
Bobby Portis has struggled tonight. He's played so well. Not so far this evening.
Jaylen Williams on. Gets the screen. Fires away. Too strong. And it just feels like OKC can't get in a rhythm.
Nice rebound there by Portis, though. This is a great offensive team Bucks have on the floor, but they're doing a decent job hanging in defensively.
Dame Lillard at the logo. Gets the screen. Drives. Flips it under to Lopez. Ball batted away. It'll stay Milwaukee ball. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Milwaukee leading by 14, and Giannis standing up on the bench but not ready to come back in. They flip it over to A.J. Green over his head. Gets it to Dame. Right wing three on the way. No good. Rebound is OKC. Isaiah Joe comes out with the ball. Now he gets it to Jaylen Williams, who lets it fly from three. Doesn't get the friendly roll. So Lillard now bringing it back the other way.
Milwaukee okay with this trading back and forth. They're maintaining the lead.
Lillard flings it to Lopez. Bounce pass to Bobby Portis. Back out to Lopez. Right wing three on the way. Got it to fall. Brook Lopez with a three-pointer. Timeout Mark Dagnall. He's seen enough as Milwaukee extends their lead to 17 with 10:01 to go in the fourth.
Doc Rivers has done a really good job with his rotations, and they're milking this lead. 17-point lead and the ability to rest Giannis.
With 10:01 to go in the fourth, it's Milwaukee 83, OKC 66. You're listening to the 2024 Emirates NBA Cup Championship on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
We're brought to you by Allstate. Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like how you check that you've got your tickets first before heading to the game. Or like how you check you've downloaded the latest episodes of your favorite podcasts before hitting the road. Checking first is smart, and it's easy. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. Because with Allstate, you get reliable coverage and great protection. And while both can save a football game, they can also save your wallet. Visit Allstate.com or call a local agent today to see how much you can save. You're in good hands with Allstate. Potential savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Harry Douglas here for Technique's new noise-canceling True Wireless AZ80 earbuds. Techniques has been revolutionizing the audio game for almost 60 years. With multi-point connection of up to 3 devices at the same time, the AZ80s let you go from leading a meeting to listening to a podcast to taking a call seamlessly. Visit us.techniques.com/sports for special holiday deals on the AZ80s today. That's us.technics.com/sports.
This is an ad by BetterHelp. What's your perfect night? Is it curling up on the couch for a cozy, peaceful night in? Therapy can feel a bit like that. Your comfort place where you replenish your energy. With BetterHelp, get matched with a therapist based on your needs, entirely online. It's convenient and suited to your schedule. Find comfort this season with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/teamwork to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/teamwork.
I'm Kevin Winter with the Emirates NBA Cup Championship game on ESPN Radio. Tonight, ESPN has announced that Hubie Brown's legendary career will be coming to a close. February 9th, Super Bowl Sunday, Hubie's going to announce his final basketball game. Bucks will host Philadelphia. The game will be in Milwaukee. Hubie's been with the NBA for 50 years, 35 as a broadcaster, and this season's been a difficult one. He lost his wife, Claire, and his son, Brendan, all died this year. Back to PJ and George.
Thank you, Kevin. And we have a 17-point ball game at the moment here in the fourth quarter. It's kind of do or die time for OKC, PJ.
Well, there's 10 minutes is a lot of time, but you look out on the floor, Jaylen Williams would seem to be the answer right now here. Lou Dort for OKC. 14-2 run for the Bucks with Giannis on the bench for a good chunk of that.
Jaylen Williams on the fadeaway jumper, no good. He thought he got hit in the head, but no dice.
Going to see a set call now out of this timeout. Doc wants the ball on the other side. They're not doing what they drew up there on the whiteboard. There it is.
They blitz Lillard. They swing it to Lopez for three. Lopez gets another three-pointer. 20-point lead for the Bucks. They hand off to Jaylen Williams at the logo. They swing it to Isaiah Joe. He launches for three. He gets that one to fall.
Isaiah Joe has a beautiful stroke. We happen to be right behind that on the angle. That was center cut.
17-point lead for the Bucks with 9 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Lillard at the logo, guarded by Caruso. Gets it to Trent on the right wing. Trent, mid-range jumper is good. 19-point lead for the Bucks.
Yeah, he wanted to go to the basket. A.J. Mitchell cut him off. Gary Trent said, fine, I'll take the mid-range jumper.
Williams on the drive. Flings it to Isaiah Joe on the left wing. Lillard right there with him. He's going to launch anyway. Wow. Short.
That was pretty good defense by Lillard. I don't think Mark Daigneault wanted that particular three.
They get it to Bobby Portis as Giannis is set to come back in. They get it to Lillard again at the top, down to Portis, and an offensive foul on Portis as Isaiah Joe hits the deck.
Well, it's easy to say. OKC would be saying, what about if they're going to look at this? This could be a flagrant. Just as OKC would say, what if we were making our threes? What if Bobby Portis and Andre Jackson Jr. were giving the Bucks something, and they're not so
the offensive
far.
foul on Portis is under review to see if it meets the criteria for a flagrant
He's going to
foul.
get a flagrant
elbow
one,
right to the face. Yep. As he flung his arm around.
Well, I'll tell you what.
So here it is. Oh, right
hit
there.
him with
his
elbow,
elbow
with the side of his arm.
area.
It's going to be a flagrant one.
Yeah. Well, by definition, he hit him in the head, right? So that's just what it's going to be. So Josh Tiven and Carl Lane are on the headset at the moment. Milwaukee leading 88-69, 8:23 to go here in the fourth quarter. George Sedano, PJ Carlissimo with you here at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas.
James Williams in the replay center, but this call will come here from the three court officials. When you got a flagrant, it's determined by the three officials right here.
And Bobby Portis was pleading his case to our ABC cameras just a moment ago.
They're not the ones that he needs to speak to. He needs to speak to Josh Tiven and Carl Lane and Justin Van Dyne, and in my opinion, he'd be wasting his breath.
When was the last time you saw a wave at an NBA game?
Good point. I tell you, T-Mobile Arena, I love the way they're able to light up the seats, the aisles. It's a really good building, and I'll tell you what.
By the way, you know what building has that too? The new Ballmer Palace in L.A.
The Intuit. We've been really lucky. Saturday's games, OKC Houston had 11 lead changes and 10 ties. Milwaukee Atlanta, 12 lead changes and 5 ties. We've had 9 lead changes and 2 ties already. Remember, the games last year were not as competitive as the 3 in the Cup this year.
So they're still trying to figure it out on the Bobby Portis.
I'm surprised it's taken this long.
Foul on Isaiah Joe. And now Josh Tiven takes off the headset. Make sure we get to Josh.
Upon review, there's a wind-up and an impact with the right arm by Portis to the face of Isaiah Joe, and the play is being upgraded to a flagrant foul, penalty 1. It'll be 2 free throws for Isaiah Joe, and OKC ball at the free throw line with 24 on the shot clock.
The only surprise to me was why it took so long. No, that was an easy one.
I thought so too, but nonetheless, they get it done.
1 point, free throw, and every point is important right now, and it's to cut it. You're hearing us correctly. A chance for OKC to cut it to 18.
Yeah. They have been miserable from three-point land. 4 of 27, PJ. And that third quarter they had was the lowest quarter they've had all season, 14 points. So the Bucks defense has been good, but OKC also missing just a ton of shots. So Isaiah Joe with the technical free throw. He's good.
He's 18. It's going to be OKC's ball. There's 2. That's right.
That's right. It's another one. Yep.
Be OKC's ball, I believe, in the backcourt where the foul occurred.
Yep. So the offensive foul gets them 2 free throws because of the flagrant. And it'll be OKC ball. To your point, it's a 17-point game at the moment. .8:23 to go. And Josh Tiven trying to get Jaylen Williams to inbound it here. And he does from the Bucks bench. Gets into Shai, who's back in the game. Started by A.J. Green. Now switched on to Connaughton. Finds Isaiah Joe wide open for 3. Straight on, no good.
Good execution. He just missed it. Brook Lopez was trying to track him down. He couldn't. 2 big guns on the floor for both teams. Giannis and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the All-NBA first-team players.
And an offensive foul on Brook Lopez as he set a screen for Giannis and Dort went flying. So OKC ball, 17-point game, just under 8 minutes to go in the game. Jaylen Williams inbound right across from us near midcourt. Gets it into Shai.
Looking at our graphic on our monitor, they're saying Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is 2 for 8. The rest of the team is 2 for 20 from 3. They're saying 2 for 8 like it's good.
Yeah, not
2
good.
for 8 from 3.
7 of 27 OKC in the second half. Hartenstein, push shot is good from the right elbow.
Losing him there too many times. He just loves that mid-post, just below the mid-post area.
88-73, 15-point game. Giannis with the ball up top now. Gets it to Connaughton on the right wing.
OKC's picked up their pressure. They're really ratcheting up the defense right now.
No doubt. They get it to Gary Trent, who bobbles it. Now Shai guarding him. Trent fires straight on for 3. Too strong. Rebound Hartenstein. He battles Lopez for it.
A bit of a run here for OKC.
Jaylen Williams gets it to Hartenstein. Now to Caruso up top. They swing it to Shai. Left wing 3. No good. Rebound. Giannis.
You would think somewhere in this run, or if OKC makes a run, they're going to have to make some threes, George.
17 rebounds for Giannis. They hand it off to Gary Trent on the left wing. Guarded tightly by Jaylen Williams. Brook Lopez now gets it on the right wing. Hands it off to A.J. Green. Green up top. Swings it to Connaughton. Right wing 3. No. Too strong. Rebound Hartenstein. Gets it to Shai.
Bucks not getting as good shots now as they were getting most of the third quarter.
Shai trying to shake and bake, gets past Green. And an offensive foul. Offensive foul on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander for hooking A.J. Green.
Yeah, he pushed him off. He was dribbling the ball, and he kind of pushed him away. Just happened to catch him. He didn't really gain an advantage.
Yeah.
He just kind of swung his arm out, and it happened to hit A.J. Green. Went right under A.J. Green's arm. Unfortunate call, but the correct call.
Yeah. Didn't need it, to your point, though.
Yep.
So we still have a 15-point game with 6:30 to go.
Bucks' execution offensively has been lacking the last couple of possessions.
Shai with a steal.
Doc's going to take a timeout, I think, shortly to settle his team down.
SGA in the mid-post. Goes baseline, fires, rolls off, and a foul on the floor. And it's going to be on... It's going to be on Dort. Oh, Gary Trent Jr., rather. Pardon me. So it'll stay OKC ball. So Caruso will inbound it. 6:12 to go. Trailing by 15. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Gets it to Shai up top.
2 team fouls on the Bucks. None so far on OKC this quarter.
Jaylen Williams bounce pass to Hartenstein from the free throw line. No good on the shot there by Hartenstein.
6 for 9, Isaiah Hartenstein, almost all of them from the same spot.
Giannis up top, sizing up Dort. Now he dribbles. On the left side, gets to the corner, flings it across to the other corner. They swing it to Lillard. He lets it go from 3, and he gets it to fall. Damian Lillard, another three-pointer, his 5th of the game. He's got 23.
Hard to say it was sorely needed when you have a 15-point lead, but it was.
Shai floats and scores there on the baseline.
Bucks really struggling to get good looks now against the OKC defense. They need a little bit more ball movement, a little bit less dribbling.
91-75 Bucks, leading by 16. Lillard on the right wing, guarded by Dort. They dump it into Giannis, bad pass, and it's going the other way as it was off Giannis. Giannis wants a challenge.
Yeah, so does Dame Lillard. And Doc saying to him, no, don't make that pass. Bring the ball to the other side of the floor. That was another one of those all dribble possessions and then a careless pass.
So we have a whistle, and I don't see the green light, do you?
No, they haven't.
So either way,
we've got immediate timeout, right, and it gives them time to decide whether they do want a challenge. I don't think they're going to.
All right, so it looks like it will be OKC ball on the other side. With 5:06 to go in the game, it's the Bucks 91, OKC 75. This is the 2024 Emirates NBA Cup Championship on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
You didn't start a business just to keep the lights on. You're here to sell more today than yesterday. You're here to win. Lucky for you, Shopify built the best converting checkout on the planet. Like the just one tapping, ridiculously fast acting, sky high sales stacking, champion of checkouts. That's the good stuff right there. So if your business is in it to win it, win with Shopify. Start your free trial today at shopify.com/win.
Every fan knows the right player in the right position can be a game changer. Put LifeLock between your identity and identity thieves to monitor and alert you to threats you could miss. Plus, with a U.S.-based restoration specialist on your team, you won't have to face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or other losses from identity theft alone. All backed by the LifeLock $1 Million Protection Package. Change the game on identity theft. Save up to 40% your first year at LifeLock.com/sports.
Attention football fans, the season's heating up, and that means it's time for jaw-dropping plays, spectacular touchdowns, and memories that'll last a lifetime. So if you're looking to grab the best seats for all the excitement, Vivid Seats is your go-to playmaker. With an incredible selection of tickets and a game-changing rewards program, Vivid Seats is your ticket to every thrilling moment. Don't miss out. Experience it live with Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
Football fans, picture this. You bet on your favorite player to score the first touchdown. He throws a block and his teammate scores instead. With BetMGM's Second Chance promotion, you'll get your stake back if your first TD scorer scores second. Bet on any pro football player to score the first touchdown of the game. If you're right, you win. If your player scores second, you get your stake back in cash. With BetMGM's Second Chance promotion, you have a chance to keep the fun going after the first player crosses the goal line. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to gamble responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. This U.S. promotional offer not available in Mississippi, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. For New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For Arizona, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. For Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, 1-800-BETS-OFF. For Puerto Rico, 1-800-981-0023. Subject to eligibility requirements in partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
I'm Kevin Winter inside our Granger studio with the results of the AutoZone In the Zone poll question. 38% of you, actually dead split, 38% said Giannis and SGA would be the players to get in the zone tonight. SGA's had a good night. He's got 21, but Giannis and Dame are taking over. 91-75, Bucks with a 16-point lead, heading home to a championship here in the Emirates NBA Cup. Back to Las Vegas, BJ Carlissimo, George Sedano.
Thank you, Kevin. And Giannis, by the way, has done a lot of work tonight on something he's worked on, PJ, which is basically being more comfortable operating from the post and the elbows.
He's done a really good job. Right now, the key, it's been the key the entire game. They got 14 turnovers. Milwaukee's got to take care of the ball because OKC feeds off those turnovers.
Caruso short on a right wing three. Trent with the rebound.
So, although the OKC shooting the ball,
may not matter.
You wonder.
Yeah, 4 of 30 now from three for OKC. A.J. Green lets it fly from three. A.J. Green connects.
Wow. 9 assists.
9 assists for Giannis. And it's 94-75, a 19-point lead for the Bucks. Jaylen Williams navigating through traffic in the paint. No good on the shot. Ball batted out of bounds. It'll be Milwaukee ball.
Giannis is looking at a possible 2020 triple-double.
That's wild.
Yeah, exactly.
He's 26-18 right now, and 9. Yeah, Dame can't get there on the pass.
Lillard struggling a little bit on the offensive end right now.
And it looks like he's hobbling a little bit as well. So a turnover goes OKC's way now. Shai going the other way, going downhill, stops at the elbow, finds Hartenstein at the free throw line extended, handoff to Caruso, drives into the paint, puts it up, too high for Hartenstein, can't get it to fall the first attempt, gets swatted on the second attempt by Giannis. Dame comes up with the ball. Antetokounmpo now at the logo with the ball. Lopez sets the screen on Dort. They get it to Lopez on the right wing. He lets it fly for three. Too strong. Rebound, batted away, and off of Shai.
That would have been a triple-double right there if Brook had been able to knock that down. Bucks walking that line now. They're being a little deliberate. They're taking at least 10 seconds off the clock every possession, and then they're trying to score in the final 14 seconds.
They send it into Giannis in the mid-post on the wing. Guarded by Dort. Giannis trying to back him down. There he is operating from the elbows. Gets it to Trent Jr. Straight on for three. No good. Rebound Dort.
Good looks again. Really good look from Gary Trent.
Jaylen Williams on the right wing operating. Pulls up from the right elbow. Nothing but net. 94-77. 3:08 to go in the game. OKC trailing big.
So here they go again. They're spending too much time dribbling outside the three-point line.
Trent, bounce pass to Lillard at the logo here. Guarded tightly by Caruso right in front of us. Screen by Lopez. Dame weaving through traffic, going downhill. Ball gets batted by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Caruso chasing it, but it'll maintain Milwaukee ball with 0.8 seconds on the shot clock.
Brook made a mistake there. He should have grabbed the ball. The clock was running down.
Yeah.
He could have picked it up with about 3.5 seconds on the clock. Damian Lillard with another pass that was deflected right there, George. He's got 4 turnovers already. Dame's got to do a better job passing the ball. You don't say that too many times about Damian Lillard.
So Giannis looking away from Dame, launches it towards the basket to Lopez. Ball batted away and a 24-second shot clock violation.
Pat Connaughton coming into the game for Brook. Timeout for Mark Dagnall. The clock can't move fast enough for Doc Rivers, but he is going to be talking to his team about trying to be more efficient on the offensive end.
It's been sloppy in a lot of ways in this game.
Well, they got 18 turnovers.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't say they took good care of the ball.
Yeah.
They have 18 turnovers, but they've shot it so well from 3, coupled with OKC shooting it so poorly, the turnovers didn't bite them.
10 of 37 for OKC in the second half from the field. And then from 3, they are 4 of 30, PJ.
Yep.
That's the story of the game.
Well, there's no question. And, of course, the big 2 have combined for 49 points. Giannis Antetokounmpo and Damian Lillard. It's actually less than they average.
Yeah.
They average like 56 and change between them. But when you defend, when you hold a team, one of the better offensive teams, 10th in points scored, but they're better than that in terms of their efficiency. They've held OKC to 77 points, George.
And look, OKC, if we look at when these guys are on the floor together, now it looks like OKC has waved the white flag as they are sending in a couple of their two-ways.
Brandon Carlson's on the floor, Kenrich Williams.
Dylan Jones.
No question,
Yep. Aaron Wiggins, A.J. Mitchell.
Bobby Portis and Pat Connaughton on the floor for the Bucks, along with A.J. Green.
So Dylan Jones, who normally plays for the OKC Blue, is in there. They get it to Wiggins, to the corner now to Jones. Pulls up from the elbow. No good. Rebound Giannis.
It's rebound 19 for Giannis. I think Doc's going to get him out. I would be surprised if he doesn't get him out before he gets the triple-double.
Giannis, 1 assist shy of the triple-double. Gets a screen from Portis. Drives downhill. Throws it up off the glass. Too strong. Batted out by Connaughton. And OKC comes up with it. Aaron Wiggins going the other direction. On the left wing. Jab step. Throws it to Kenrich Williams, who gets rejected by Giannis. Connaughton with the ball, gets it to Giannis, crossing the timeline to Gary Trent Jr. He stops, pops, shoots from 3, and gets that one to fall. Buries a three-pointer. Gary Trent Jr., the lead up to 20. Milwaukee, a dominant performance in the second half particularly. And we have a whistle.
That was a foul to get Giannis out of the game, I believe. Marjan Beauchamp is at the scores table. Well, the MVP in the Emirates Cup we just replaced.
Yeah, we know who that is going to be. He gets a big high five and a big hug from his coaching staff, Doc Rivers and Darvin Ham. His 49th career triple-double. They're giving him that assist to Gary Trent.
On the Gary Trent play.
Yeah, I thought that was a little questionable. But
26 points, 19 rebounds, 10 assists. Don't forget, 3 blocks, 2 steals for Giannis.
Now, Trent, I guess, stepped into it as OKC gets fouled
I was going to ask you, I wasn't sure who made the pass to Trent, because I thought potentially it was an assist.
But I thought Trent had, maybe I remember it wrong now. I thought he had taken a little dribble. Maybe I was wrong.
Yeah. Well, they'll review it. If it's not legal, they'll take it away from him. But I suspect it's going to stay as a triple-double, number 49, Mike Martino, our producer, said.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the 2024 Emirates NBA Cup Championship on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app. Welcome back here to the Emirates NBA Cup. Milwaukee leading by 19. OKC with the ball here. Aaron Wiggins up top. George Sedano, PJ Carlissimo with you here in Las Vegas. Wiggins, turnaround jumper is no good. And both teams have emptied the bench now.
Kind of a nice scene on the Milwaukee bench. Giannis Antetokounmpo and Damian Lillard with a big bear hug.
And Giannis yelling still, walking, pacing back and forth on the sideline. A minute to go here in Las Vegas.
4 straight wins this will be for the Bucks. More impressively, 11 of the last 13, George. They have been on fire, and they've taken down a team that's won 9 of their last 10.
They're hitting their stride for sure. Dylan Jones with the miss from the corner for OKC. Pat Connaughton bringing it across the timeline. A.J. Johnson now with the ball. And he's just dribbling it out. They'll set a screen for him. He drives downhill. Off the glass, too strong. OKC going the other direction. 30 seconds to go. Dylan Jones loses the handle for the moment.
I'm going to give Doc Rivers a lot of credit for the way that he kept this team together with the way they started out 2-8. Just kind of even keel. We're going to be okay.
He said everybody panicked but them.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah. Said there was no chatter in Milwaukee. There was chatter everywhere else.
Kenrich Williams hits a 3. Milwaukee now crosses the timeline, and that'll do it.
9 wins in their last 11 games against the OKC Thunder for the Milwaukee Bucks.
The two coaches having a chat at center court, and that'll do it.
Don't forget, this game doesn't count. It was if this game didn't occur, except in the Emirates Cup. So they're going to still meet 2 more times, these teams.
And the Milwaukee Bucks are the 2024 Emirates NBA Cup champions. They defeat the OKC Thunder 97-81. Both teams congratulating each other for a hard-fought game. For OKC, the struggles from 3 are something that were just insurmountable. 5 of 32 for OKC from downtown. And Giannis gave you a virtuoso performance, to your point, PJ. A triple-double, 26 points, 19 rebounds, and 10 assists.
And also 2 steals, 3 block shots. The only column, George, and it's a telling column. The only column Giannis doesn't have any numbers, 3-point shooting, 0 for 0. And there's a story behind that. That 0 for 0 is one of the reasons Giannis has been so effective this year.
Yeah, no doubt. He's certainly done a great job of understanding where to operate with the ball. And this team is hitting their stride at the moment. And look, he wants to win everything. When he gets a chance, he wants to win it all. Any competition that he puts himself in, he wants to win. And he is successful today, along with his teammates, in winning the 2024 Emirates NBA Cup Championship. Giannis, congratulations. Thank you for joining us. First of all, you said it. You said, hey, if we're here, we want to win it. You won it. How'd you do it?
We competed. They're a very, very talented team. They want to move the ball. They want to play a lot of ISO. But we kept them to 80 points. Our defense was incredible coming out of the half. In the third quarter, they only scored 14 points. And we were playing very, very well. Everybody was stars in their role. We were moving the ball. We were making shots.